weird, but
The what? The
it,
scarf? It looked better when it
scarf
was
looks
wrapped around
weird,
you like
but
a scarf, I thought. But that's just me.
yeah.
I thought so. I thought it
Should
looked
I?
cool.
Oh,
Yeah, when you first showed up, you had it kind of just draped around your
yeah.
neck. I
Okay.
like
All right.
that. But I
I'll
think you need
fix
to
it.
put it. No, you need to do what you want to do. Um,
But it's cool because it's like it can work as like a shawl and like
it is a nice scarf.
very comfy.
All right. So, last we left our investigators. Well, first, let's jump back in time slightly. Josie,
Mm-hmm.
it has been a couple of days, and I'm going to narrate, and if you wish to jump in and interrupt me, um, after.
And I did listen, by the way, to
Oh, so you kind of know what's been
well,
going on.
I listened to half of the last one.
So the first
I only got
half?
through half.
That's okay.
The
Yeah.
first.
So you know they left Cellophase.
Mm-hmm.
You had said you wanted to go and talk to Ludist.
Lutefisk.
Ludist again, right? About how
Ludist.
time
Yes.
works. They had decided they were going to leave the next day, so you had that afternoon. So you could have gone and talked to him briefly, if you wanted
Yeah,
to, but you wanted to talk to him
I
about
did.
time and Cellophase, right? Specifically.
Yes, and I
Okay.
also wanted I had an ulterior motive that I forgot to mention for
Oh,
that was
forgot. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I forgot to mention, but I remembered when I was listening. Um, I wanted to kind of gain his trust a little bit as
hmm
well and be one on one with him so that if I could maybe prod a little bit into his relationship with Wilkes and see if I
Um,
could get any more.
Ooh, good move.
hmm. Okay. I hate retroing things in. Give me a reason why you wouldn't tell
Sorry.
the rest of the party this information. Because they have no
Well,
idea about this yet. So why do you keep it secret? Can you think of a good reason?
from the party?
Yes. Since you weren't
Oh, I'm not
playing.
trying to keep it secret.
No, no, no. You didn't play last time. Several days have passed.
Oh,
Why wouldn't you have told them as soon as you came back to the
oh,
ship? Because you didn't. Because you came back to the ship, y'all left, you arrived at
well,
Nithy-Vash, and then things started happening.
I mean, I want to say I would have if it was
Okay.
anything important.
Lucas, Ludus is not home when you get there that afternoon. You're not able to see him or
Oh,
talk to
come
him. No,
on.
I'm sorry, but if you could give me a good reason why, for whatever reason, Miss Eldridge
Well, it
didn't
depends on
share it
what he tells
immediately,
me.
he's not there,
Oh,
or he's
well,
not answering his door. You don't know, but I've got to make it fit in with what's already happened in the game. See what I'm saying?
damn.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I guess I
I
didn't know
apologize,
that.
but that's okay. If you could have given me a real good reason why she wouldn't have said anything to the rest of the group, then I would allow it, and maybe you could talk to him. I don't know if you'd be able to get very close to him or not, but he's either out or he's not answering his door that afternoon.
Good.
You're not
Good.
there. You're not there.
All
No,
right.
no, 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 no.
All right. All right.
This is
All right.
something. This is a player individual thing.
All right.
So, um, so you return to the
Dang
ship.
it.
That's okay. It's
Or I
it's
could have just
part of the
not gotten
story.
any information out of him on that, you know.
It's
We're gonna say you have
Whatever.
somebody to come back to. You have a reason to come back to Selvase to try to talk to him then, to try to figure out this whole time travel it's not time travel, the whole time thing that is happening
Yeah.
with Cellophase is weird, unreal, dreamlike, and obviously
he's
it's
not.
disturbing Miss Eldridge quite a bit
He's
about
not gonna
Yeah.
forget
how it
you.
works, and that's fine.
He's not gonna forget who you are.
He's definitely not going to forget you. Um,
Okay.
so then you traveled
You're
for
just.
a day by ship to Nithy-Vash. Do you remember where you left off listening to the audio? Do you remember what happened? Had they gotten to Nithy-Vash? Had they talked to people yet?
Mhm.
Had they
Yeah.
been yelled at
They
yet?
were talking about I was a little confused, but they were talking about somebody who was traumatized by Wilkes, perhaps?
Okay.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
you know about
I
that.
didn't catch all of
So
it.
you and Mr. Rascal headed off into Nithy-Vash, separate from these three. And were you going to ask about the Wizard Wilkes? Or are you just getting the lay of land? Or what do you want to? What in general did you do in Nithy-Vash today, the 100th day? Just in
Uh,
general.
What it so what just a brief overview of it's a
Oh,
town.
it's a fishing
What
town
kind
and
of
a trading town. It is a town, not a city. There's a hedge
Yep.
around it. There are gates on to the east, and there's a gate to the north. There doesn't appear to be a gate to the west. There is a map in where am I? Oh, that's
Oh, I
right.
forgot.
There's a map
I have
in
my character sheet up either.
gaming text down darker trails of Nithy-Vash. It is a very green map. You won't be able to miss it if you scroll up past the pictures of the Frizzy Knocks that somebody drew. Lauren Hutton, I think. Didn't you draw him?
Yeah.
Didn't you draw
Yeah.
some Frizzy Knocks to show to Alonzo?
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, to the old ladies first, and then
oh yeah, the old ladies. That's right. That's right. Thank you. Um,
I read the role playing journal today.
I didn't. I looked over this thing several times, but I ran out of time. Um,
Had lots of time today.
there
Not much
is
here, looks like.
there's a fish market close to the docks.
Well,
Um,
the whole mark is that whole big
Yeah.
area in the open area in the middle.
yep.
Yeah.
The map has kind of a key. You don't know necessarily all the things on the key, but it's a town. This isn't a city. Celloface was a huge city. Planeth was a big city. This is more of a town. It's still good sized. Obviously, you can tell from the map, but it's not as big as either of those two places. It's mostly consists of small huts that people live in. Large warehouses are scattered about. The larger buildings on the map are all warehouses. There is a town hall. There is a trading hall. Um, uh,
It's
What about
fishing.
the old watchtower?
Yeah,
I don't
there's an old watchtower. It looks like it's a tower 3 stories tall. It appears to be locked up. It doesn't look like it's in use at this juncture. You can see a fishing fleet out. A lot of fishing boats are out. When y'all arrived, that you arrived late morning, I believe. Um, there's was it? Oh yeah, okay, fishing docks and that kind of thing. But were you going out just to like be a tourist? Were you going to go out to actually try to find out some information about possibly the Wizard Wilkes or anything else? Or what did in general? We're going to kind of skim over what happens to Miss Eldridge during the day.
Yeah, all of the above, I
Okay,
would
yeah.
say. Whatever catches my interest, I'll wander at first,
Mr. Rascal.
aimlessly.
Mr. Rascal is with you. He keeps disappearing.
Gonna ask.
When you look away, half the time he's up on a building walking. When you look back at him, it seems like
Hmm.
he has this weird ability to be up high when he's not observed, or to come back down low when he's not observed. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like,
cats
yeah,
teleport in real life.
yeah, and she's never seen one teleport quite this quickly. But yeah, he
Yeah.
seems to have this
Not to
unerring
this
ability
extent.
to like disappear from one place and appear in another, quite a ways away.
Literally, my own cat will sneak up on me. Like,
hmm
I'll nearly trip over her all the time
Yep.
because of
So,
that. It's so stealthy.
but after a while, when you're acting touristy and just like, oh, the old tower, this is so picturesque, and
Hmm.
oh, it's locked. Darn, I was hoping to get up on top, maybe look around or whatever. But obviously, it hasn't been used in a while. Um, and you're talking to a few locals just about, how are things in Nithy-Vash, and they're all pretty friendly. But then you start bringing up the Wizard Wilkes, and people go close-mouthed. Um, Women pick up their children and just quickly walk away without another word. Others spit on the ground and then walk away from you. Uh,
Question.
yeah,
Was I with the party? I assume I was at when they got kicked out of
No.
the tavern.
no, you went off on your
I
own.
wasn't.
No, you went off on
Oh,
your
okay.
own. You were like, I'm gonna you. This is a neat little town. You decided. You headed off with Mr. Rascal. You've got a companion, so
Got
you
it.
went off with Mr. Rascal. Um,
Okay. Well, I want to say, maybe after a couple of times of bringing up the wizard Wilkes
mhm.
and having a bad reaction, I'll leave out the wizard part
Okay.
and
Yeah,
say
that's not much
just
better. The name Wilkes
okay.
seems to inspire people to be afraid. And then, after a while, after about an hour of wandering through the town, you notice people are pointing at you and talking quietly amongst themselves and that kind of thing. Um, Mr. Rascal relates to you that it seems that the people of this town are not very friendly.
I think I'll keep a bit out of the spotlight after that
Yeah, you
and try
can.
to not catch attention.
Um, Certain people seem to. It seems like the news is going ahead of you in a lot of cases. You do find when you go out towards the farms, those people who are on the edge of town, on the north side, these are a bunch of big farms inside the hedge. They're not big farms, sorry. Kind of small farms, but obviously growing a lot of food. And those people are chat with you as if they don't know what's going on with the rest of the town yet.
Okay.
Make me a spot hidden. I'll give you this.
See that. 81.
I don't
No.
think that's a success. Okay, you do end up meeting with one group of farmers on the edge of town, up on like the north. There's this area over here where there's like a double set of buildings behind a building. A real friendly lady, and she invites you in for sup. She invites you in. You fall into conversation with these people about everything but the Wizard Wilkes. You don't bring that up anymore. And talking about the surrounding area, and there's a place called the Eerie Forest. Ooh, stay away from there. And how there have been people have been dying, so don't go out after dark. And it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous after dark. But the problem is, this lady's a good talker. And you get into this conversation that is really interesting about the Dreamlands. And you mentioned that you were at Celloface, and she says, "Oh," and she's trying to explain to you how time works in Celloface because she had an uncle who was there, and so it's just she has difficulty explaining it. Time doesn't move for anything that actually has to grow or become older. Is basically what it comes down to. And nobody's really sure how the crops grow and all that stuff. Wine can't be fermented, but food can be cooked. It's very mysterious, and no one really seems to understand it much. But if you live there, you never grow old, and you pretty much can live forever. No children are born there. Children who go there never age. You have to, if you're from there and you want children, you have to go away to conceive your child. You know what I mean? So nothing. It's just ever non-changing is what it really comes down to. Is how she explains it to you.
It's like Groundhog Day, pretty much. Kind of.
Groundhog Day is the same day over and over.
Except a different day every day.
Yes.
But it's like, in terms of the time loop, the same concept.
Not really, because it still isn't a time loop.
I know.
It's just time isn't moving forward for a lot of things, but it does for others. And when you're finished talking to her, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to you. Why can you cook food? That takes time. Why do crops seem to grow in the fields? But if you cut a tree, if you plant a seed, it will never grow for flowers and that kind of thing. Why is it like that? You don't know.
Yeah, what about if you cut a tree down?
Yeah, if you cut a tree down.
Is it back the next day?
Nope, it's gone.
Oh, okay.
Unless somebody like a dreamer dreams
Nothing
up
grows,
another one.
Really?
No. But it does. But there's also, farmers bring in crops from the fields, and that's for the entirety of Uth-Nargay. The entirety of, she points, and you can see the Tanarian Hills, because this town is on the opposite side as Celloface. She says everything on the other side of the Tanarian Hills is Uth-Nargay. And that's what it affects. And it's because of King Kiranes. King Kiranes created Celloface hundreds of years ago, and then he disappeared. Nobody knows what happened to him. Celloface wasn't... People say he's a dreamer, but Celloface didn't disappear.
I was going to say, is
when
he a wizard?
He was gone. No, he wasn't a wizard. He was a king, but he was a dreamer. Dreamers are different than wizards. This lady actually seems to have a lot of information. Apparently her uncle traveled a lot, and then he would come and tell stories, and she was the only one that listened to him. Because everybody else is like, gotta go farm, gotta go fish.
She's not afraid of the word wizard.
No, she doesn't seem to be bothered by the word wizard.
This is the perfect person to bring up Wilkes.
Is it?
I'm going to bring him up again.
She's going,
in a cautious way.
Yeah, she still is very uncomfortable when you bring her up. She's like, well, it's been nice talking to you, but it is getting dark out. And you realize you've been talking to this lady all day.
Please, no, wait. Just, everybody's ignoring me. I just want information. I just want to know.
No, I've got to get supper around. So off you go. She still seems to not be completely angry with you, but Okay, do you want to do a social skill?
Yes.
Do one. You might get something.
Let me look at my...
Yeah. You want to get one. I'm gonna get her caught up with you
Why is
guys
it so
within the
small?
next 5 minutes.
You're fine.
Okay.
I got dinner. I gotta check on.
That's why she had the whole day
So,
talking to this lady so that she'll catch up to you.
Yeah, I know the reason. Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, it was productive. She did learn something. So,
Right.
what you got, Josie? Do you want me to look up your character sheet?
Uh,
Are you having difficulty?
persuade, charm, and what is the intimidate? But that's
Intimidate
not,
would.
I'm not gonna do that.
It could still work. You could scare her into giving you information, but it probably isn't
But
the
just
best tact.
those three?
No. There's one more. Fast talk. If you want to straight up lie to her and be like,
Oh.
"I'm searching for him. I'm gonna kill that son of a bitch," or whatever. You know.
No, I'm doing
Charm.
persuade.
Okay, do persuade. Give me a roll.
Charm or persuade. Yeah.
She could
Oh
lie.
no, 82.
Okay, you can't get the information out of her. You keep asking and asking, and she's polite. She hasn't spit on the floor. She hasn't made like a weird sign in the air. You do know that they do have some. What are they using? I went and looked a bunch of stuff up. Oh, they have jack-o'-lanterns. Apparently, they grow some pumpkins on their farm, and they've carved a bunch of. There's jack-o'-lanterns in every window of the house.
I guess they wouldn't have Halloween. Wait, is Halloween even where I'm from yet?
Give me an occult check.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
Halloween is
ancient,
kind of
I
a
guess.
thing. Halloween is kind of a thing at this juncture, but not really in the United States, except to go have parties.
50
If I
and a
remember
0?
correctly.
Is that?
That's 50.
I guess that's just 50.
Yeah, is that a success?
What is
Occult?
this? Persuade?
Occult.
Or
No,
occult?
occult.
Oh, I'm literally one off. I have a 49.
You have a coin. Everybody starts with one coin.
Okay, I use
Okay,
it.
put a check by it. You
Good
do
check.
know jack-o'-lanterns are used to ward off evil spirits.
Cool.
And so whatever
Okay.
the thing is that's causing, people are being killed or something's happening, you haven't really got the whole story on that yet because you were focusing on other
Oh.
things. So you did notice
Am I-
this. And she is lighting these as she's escorting you out. And once you're out the door, she starts lighting, the jack-o'-lanterns all get lit up.
Okay. I say, lovely carving there you have. Do they work?
Nobody's died yet. Good night. And she closes
Oh.
the front door.
That's fortunate. Wait, before you go,
Oh.
how do you feel about dreamers?
Nope, she's already closed the door.
Do you like them or not like them?
She already closed the door. Sorry.
Did I get a sense of that at all? Of when she was talking about the king and whatnot?
She seemed impressed by King Kyrenace. You know what I mean?
Impressed.
Like he made this whole place, and wow, and then boom, disappeared. Nobody knows what happened to him. So,
Okay.
that's the impression.
helpful.
You didn't get an impression like she's scared of dreamers or hates dreamers. She seemed kind of impressed by the whole situation.
Okay. So they just hate wizards, not necessarily dreamers. Okay, I'm gonna ask somebody about dreamers next.
It's dark.
If I
it's
get a
getting,
chance.
It's getting dark. Do you want to stay out in the dark?
I mean, there aren't people out. Probably they go to bed early here.
Oh,
I
people
would
are
think.
closing their doors and windows and shutters because something's been happening. People have been warning you
Oh, yeah.
not to
That's
stay out
right.
after dark because there's been deaths.
Okay.
So where do you want to go?
I head back to wherever the party is.
The ship
the-
is the last place you saw them. The Scarlet Vixen,
Oh.
Wabo Cabo ship is how you got here.
Okay, we weren't at an inn that I knew of at all.
Nope, you don't know
Okay.
anything about and
Okay,
staying at
I
any
guess I
kind
go
of
back
inn.
to the ship then.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Gnarlywink is there. He gives you a hard look. He gives the cat a hard look. Where have you been? He says.
Just wandering. Why?
Oh, this ain't a friendly town.
I've noticed.
Mr. Gnarlywink.
How
The others aren't here.
Where are they?
Well, they went off to the cemetery to catch a ghost or something. I don't know exactly why.
They did
Yeah.
to the cemetery. Why?
Yeah.
Why the?
I don't know.
Did I hear anything about the cemetery before?
No, you haven't yet. You were focused on other things, and then you got in this conversation with this woman for hours.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah. If you go out the west side of town, you can. Oh,
Oh,
Sean's back.
uh,
If you go out the west side of town,
okay.
yeah, there's a lane or something. It's like after you go out the west side of town is what Captain Wabo Cabo was talking about. He took Buzu and Yalmont with him. But if you go out the west side of
Oh,
town, you can't miss it. He said there's a path that leads to it a few hundred yards outside of town.
okay. Is it far? It's getting dark.
No, it's not far. You want
Would you mind accompanying me as a sort of escort?
to give me a
I've
persuade
heard
check?
that
Give me a persuade check. See if you
I've
can
heard that
convince him.
there are some dangers
That's what I
afoot at
heard.
night here.
That's what I've heard too. How did you
Yeah,
do?
61? Oh, I don't
That's a
think that's
fail. I think you have 49, don't you? No,
yeah.
no, that was a cult. That was a cult. A cult was 49.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Wait, hang on.
I don't remember what your persuade is off the top of my head.
53. Still
I got to
not
stay with the
enough.
ship. I'm in command.
Oh, all right.
And but hold on. Uh, uh, let's see. Hold on.
Not the cook.
Yeah,
No,
is that
I know he
danger?
wouldn't send the
Really?
cook. He would not send the cook. Um, Dart, get over here. This little nasty looking sailor. Oh my God, has he ever had a bath? He literally is brown, but it's like dirt brown. It's not like he has brown skin. It is just like he is so dirty, and you could tell because the dirt ends like here. Like he must have been doing something with his hands in water because his hands are a lighter brown than this dirt. Think of Pigpen from
That's exactly what
Peanuts.
I was. That's
He's got a
exactly what I was.
scraggly hair that just sticks straight up, and he's just dirty. He's just a dirty little man. He goes, "What?"
Oh,
He goes, what do
hello.
you want? What do you want?" And Gnarly Wing says,
I think.
"She wants to go to the cemetery." And Dirk goes, and Gnarly Winks goes, "Wham!" And he slaps him, and the man falls to the deck. And he goes, "It's an
Oh my.
order." And he goes, "Okay. Can I take a
Oh,
light?"
I
"You cannot take a light. You cannot take a light. See her to the cemetery. And then you get your
actually,
further orders from Captain Wabo Cabo." "Okay."
a light might be good.
"They've already
Uh,
taken 2 of our lanterns. And that'll leave too much of the ship in
oh, no
darkness."
worries. I'll find one along the way, maybe. Anyway, and I turn to the dirty guy, whatever his name is,
His name is.
and
My name. Do you ask what his name is?
oh, sure. I say, hi there. What is your name?
"My name's Dirt.
Dirt?
Dirt.
Sure.
Oh,
Dirt. Dirt. His name is
I
actually Dirt."
see. Would you mind taking a little dunk in the ocean first before we go? Because your name is really fitting.
That's why they call me that. "Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Am I gonna have to hold your?" Oh, that's not his voice. "Come on, let's go. Do I have to hold your hand?"
Oh, please no. No. And I I hold my hands away.
Oh yeah, yeah. He doesn't try to touch you if you don't want him to touch you.
Okay.
But he like
Yeah,
scampers
I
off the ship.
definitely
He's a little guy. He's probably about 5'3".
I think I'm taller than him then.
Yeah, you probably are. And he looks really skinny. He's a little skinny little guy. No
Okay. I
shoes.
I
He doesn't
definitely
have
take a
any
step
shoes.
away.
Yeah, no, you don't have to be close. He doesn't really smell. He's just
Oh,
super dirty. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like
okay.
it's not like he has a lot of bad body odor. He's just very dirty.
I don't know how he could not smell bad, but okay.
I mean,
Anyway,
he doesn't smell
I'll
good.
just
He just doesn't
shrug
smell
and
bad. Yeah, okay.
I'll just shrug and say, okay, west, I suppose. Shall we?
Mm. Oh
Okay,
yeah,
I
west.
I head in
Ugh.
the direction of
Okay, yeah, you can go down the
where
main
you
road.
pointed us.
It takes you out the end of town. It's getting fairly dark by now. Um, some fog is starting to roll in off the ocean. As you head, you find a path that leads to the right. It goes a few hundred yards, and then you see a light ahead down that path. Kevin,
Yep.
where exactly did you put that light? I was not sure exactly. The trench is 25 yards away down the
Yep.
path away, and in a place where you have a good view of the gate. But I was
The light
unsure
is
where the light was.
It's by the gate,
Uh-huh.
facing away from the gate, covered in that direction.
Is it facing your direction?
Roughly, yes.
So it's
Not directly, because I don't want it shining in my eyes.
right.
The idea is it's not as visible from inside the cemetery,
Hmm.
but should illuminate anything exiting the gate.
Okay.
In other
So
words, to exit the gate, you pass the light and enter into where the light is free.
so it's on the other side of the path, a little to the north of the gate. Is that correct? So if anything comes out, it'll be
Yeah,
silhouetted by the light. Okay.
that's the idea.
So it's kind of here. So it's not, and it's only barely illuminating the gate itself, right?
Yeah, yeah. The
Okay.
trick is you take a cloth or some such, and set it up such that it blocks the light going
Right.
toward the cemetery, so it's only coming out in one direction.
Right.
Essentially, it becomes a spotlight.
So not directly towards you, but maybe like off to your right is where it's really kind of
Yeah,
pointing-ish. But it's
yeah.
also,
And
yeah. Okay, okay. I just
so the
wasn't
idea,
sure.
the trick is that anything exiting the cemetery gate
Hmm.
that doesn't stop to move the light will be silhouetted in the light.
Gotcha. Okay. So you see a light ahead, Miss Eldridge. Dirt is apparently master of stating the obvious. There's a light. Um, and as you get closer, actually, the fog has thickened quite a bit, and you lose sight of the light itself, but you can see the glow, so you know where it is. You know what I mean? Like before, it looked as you were walking up, it looked like an actual light of some kind, and then but now it's just more of a glow as you come closer. The rest of you three can make listen checks and give yourself a bonus die.
So,
Let's give a listen to these two your subordinates as well. No.
Bazu and Yalmat.
Yeah. No. Neither
Or
one of them are very
Buzu.
good listeners.
I can't roll any better.
What'd you
Oh,
roll?
really?
10.
Ooh.
success for listen.
The base is 25,
Oh, yeah.
but I don't. You guys, I don't know who's put points into what.
Oh.
I had an extreme success.
Okay. If you haven't yet checked it off,
You said listen and spot hidden.
just
right?
listen. I said.
Oh, just listen.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I missed it by 1, and
Missed
I don't want to use a coin. yet.
Okay, Kevin, how'd you do?
Regular success.
Okay. So Hutton, you hear first. Somebody's approaching, back down the path that leads to the road. A few moments later, Alonzo, you hear it.
Yeah, I would have. Um, someone's approaching.
And as you listen, as you all stop and listen very carefully, and so do Buzu and Yalmant. Yeah, Yalmant. They both have unlit lanterns, and Buzu also has like has a sack with like six more bottles of lamp oil. So you got a total, if you use just one lamp, 8 hours probably or so of lamp light.
Now, are those bullseye lanterns they have? Like the kind
No,
you can point in one direction?
no, these are just typical lanterns. They're unlit at present
Yeah, I was
because
gonna
no
say
one
that's fine.
has told them to light them. So they've got them.
Yeah, no. If they could point in one direction, I would want them. I would tell them to light them and be ready to open them on the same spot. But if
Right.
they can't, then
They're just
no,
typical lanterns. They're pretty
that's fine.
simple. But yeah, you all hear footsteps coming up the gravel path that leads to the cemetery. Um,
Who goes there?
okay,
That'll
Miss
do it.
Eldridge, you hear a voice that shouts a challenge.
Do I recognize it?
Yes, you definitely recognize it.
Okay. Cool. Oh, hello. It's me,
It's a cat.
Isabella. Is
Oh.
that is that my friends?
Yes,
Wabo?
we're
Captain?
watching the gate. We're watching the
Adva-
gate.
Advance quietly and join us.
Too late.
Oh,
Quiet.
okay.
Too late. Yeah. Oh well.
Okay. I look over
Not
at
very
Dirt
subtle.
and I go, shh.
Oh, yeah. Shh. So yeah. So
Okay.
out of the fog comes Miss Eldridge, and you recognize one of the sailors on board,
Okay.
Captain Wabo Cabo. You know him as Dirt. The other two, it's up to you if you know his name or not. Either way's fine. You've been on this ship for several days now, so you might have grown acquainted with the crew.
I'm probably the one that gave him the name Dirt because I couldn't think of his real name, so I just called him Dirt
Perfect.
because of the way he looked.
Oh,
That sounds
Just-
fitting.
there's a
Just a
cat.
name or a title.
There's a cat with them as well. Mr. Rascal is here too.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
realize.
good.
Nice.
Yeah, he's been kind of hanging with you. Let's get rid of Gnarly
What a
Wing.
cutie. I give him a little pet.
Yeah, he enjoys a little pet.
We'll say Isabella
I
forgot
see.
about it because he's so stealthy.
He doesn't talk much when he's not around anybody but you dreamers. So you have noticed that. You're all together. They have dug a little trench, about 8 feet long and about 2 feet deep, with a pile of dirt on one side that's 1.5 to 2 feet high. It looks like that side is towards this light that you saw. In the fog, you can see the light, but you can't see anything else. There's a dim light up there.
Okay, I turn to the man dirt and I go, "Look, your namesake." I point at the pile of dirt.
I don't get it.
The gods
Yeah,
take
it's
shut
dirt.
up.
Oh yeah. Shh.
Oh, shh. What? It's dirt.
Are
You don't get it?
capable
Oh,
Of, are
never
you
mind.
capable of being quiet? Thank you.
I thought it was a good joke. All right. What are you doing? Why did you dig this? Digging graves up? Grave digging?
Whatever
Grave
the
robbing?
thing that's killing is coming from the graveyard. We're going to stop it here.
What?
You're there. You're right next to them. You don't.
I literally didn't hear that.
Oh, okay. Go
Turning my
ahead.
volume.
Well, I'm in character. I'm whispering. What
Right,
I said
right.
was,
That's
Okay.
fine.
if the thing that's killing is coming from the graveyard, we intend to stop it here.
Oh, what makes you think it's coming from here?
That's what everybody said. So that is the tactic we are working with.
What do you know
Meantime,
about?
keep yourself quiet so it doesn't realize we're here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And this is a waiting game now.
Okay. And so we
Oh.
wait.
Oh, and
And I am
for those of you, for the other characters, this is probably the first time you've ever seen Shaeder not shaking.
Gotcha.
I'm ridiculously calm at the moment.
In his element.
Mm-hmm.
He likes being in the horde.
It's not that he likes it. Like is the wrong word here.
Well, yeah. He knows what to do. I trust him. I'm gonna do what he says.
Okay, yeah. You all wait quietly, and it's very dark right here, especially with the fog. You can see the light ahead of you. You can barely make out what might be a gate of some kind, Miss Eldridge. Like just in the edge of vision, this fog has rolled in and has really, it's like pea soup. You hear thunder somewhere in the distance, and every once in a while you can see flash of lightning. Um,
Spooky. I like
You know what
it.
then? If I'm hearing what may be a rainstorm, I
uh,
will
Go ahead, sorry, finish.
I
Sorry.
will quietly grab my pack and unfold a folded oilskin
Okay.
and spread it out to provide a rain cover. It's
Um,
basically a rain cover bedroll. It's the kind
Okay.
of thing one sleeps in the rain.
how are you trying to provide cover?
It's literally cloth. You just drape it over people as they're laying in the trench.
Okay, who's laying in the trench?
I'm not. I'm standing back behind it.
Okay. I know, Alonzo, you're standing in the trench, right? Or you were, with crossbow ready.
Yeah, well, I'm
That's
low.
a good question. Okay, so
I'm
you're
basically prone.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm resting. The crossbow's resting on the earthwork in front of me. So I'm going to then
Yeah.
spread the oilcloth over me and then
Okay.
over anyone else who is in the trench. If it's
Um,
going to rain, this is as waterproof as it's going to get.
Where are you, Hutton?
This will keep you dry for a little while.
I'll be in the trench.
Okay, so Hutton's up there next to.
Yeah,
Alonzo.
peeking over the edge.
What about the crewmen are kind of clustered around you, Captain Wabo Cabo. Dirt seems very nervous. Very nervous. Where do you want to be, Miss Eldridge?
I okay, I'm gonna be next to dirt even though I don't want to be. And I'm gonna just like hold a hand on his arm and try to comfort him
Oh, okay.
and go and just sort of calm him down a little. If is Mr. Rascal nearby?
Yeah, he's not too far from you. Give me a
Okay,
charm check there, Miss Eldridge. We're going to use that just to see
Charm?
if you can
Okay.
kind of. You're just trying to comfort him by just a calming touch.
Yeah.
We're just going to see if
And
this
also,
helps, or if it
and
makes
I was
things
gonna say,
terribly
if
wrong.
Mr. Rascal is close enough, then I quietly suggest, pet Mr. Rascal. It'll calm you down. Stop shaking.
But how'd you do?
18.
Oh,
That sounds pretty
if you put
good,
points into it.
but my charm isn't great. Oh, 15.
Oh,
I'm
so
3
close.
over.
3 over. All right, Dirt does
Yeah.
not seem
Dang
to
it.
be calming down at all. His shirt feels gritty. You know what I mean?
I wipe my hand on my dress after that.
Ew. Okay.
Ew.
Yeah. It doesn't. You can't tell if it leaves any kind of stain or mark because it's too dark where you're standing. So the light is like this. It's shaded from that side, and here's the gate. Let's see. Yeah, the thunder is getting a little closer. Let's try this. Okay. Something appears in front of the light, throwing a huge shadow, mainly to your right, but also it's partially covering it, so it's somewhat throwing the shadow over you. It's hard to see. I'm going to need a spot hidden from everybody to make out any details aside from the fact that it appears to be human-sized. It just appeared. It didn't like walk in front of it, the light. It just suddenly seemed to have been there. And
That's a success.
yeah. Success? Okay, success.
Yes.
Who else had success?
Extreme.
Okay, extreme. Wabo Cabo. All you see is the shape. How about Miss Eldridge?
Oh, success. Ooh, my spot
Okay.
hidden's pretty good now.
So all the dreamers actually, with their dreamer eyes, see this figure very clear. Well, not very clearly. It's still through the fog, but more clearly than anybody
is it just
else.
a shadow,
actually.
or is it like a person?
No, it's
It's
what
a
you can
shape.
see. The three of you who made the spot hidden, it appears to be a ghostly gray hooded figure bearing a dark staff.
No, it's death itself.
It does kind of look like
No,
death.
this
You can't make
archetype-
out any. Do you say that, Miss Eldridge, or are you just
Oh,
thinking
no,
this?
no.
Okay, you can't
I'm
make
thinking
out
that.
anything, and the hood is keeping any facial features from being seen. The others,
That's what she
everybody
assumes
notices
it is
it.
for every
Everybody, Wabo Cabo, you see it, but to you, it's just a figure. You can't make out any details of any
It's in
kind.
in silhouette.
Yes, in silhouette and maybe man-sized.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell in the fog.
Right.
Creepy.
Does anybody want to do anything immediately when you
I thought
see
someone
it?
had an extreme success on the spot hidden roll.
Loren Hutton did.
Yep.
Yes,
Oh.
but that doesn't give you any more details of this.
Okay.
He's definitely got a staff. Yeah,
Hmm.
and he's all okay. Loren, you're right. Thank you, Kevin. Everything he's wearing is black. You know what I mean? Like he's all in black, and you can't make any kind of facial features because it is completely in shadow. So it's super black here. You think the staff is likely black as well? Do you guys want to go to combat? Are people going to attack this guy? Are you going to wait? I need to know how to handle this.
Mr. Shaeder, you
I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Are you going to have this conversation?
I'm just saying this real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Mr.
We'll hold off on
Shaeder,
combat
you
for a moment.
seem to be more akin to combat. I will follow your lead on this.
I got it.
It's just standing there.
In a loud voice. Stand where you are. Raise your arms.
Wait, are you saying that to the figure or to us?
He's just
Oh,
saying.
to it, not to you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I thought. Just making sure.
So he calls out. The figure doesn't move. it is about 20 yards away. The gates are about 25. That's where you positioned yourself. And so it's on this side of the light.
Yeah, well, that's the point why the light is positioned
Yep,
there.
exactly.
We're
So
stepped into the light.
that
So it
puts him at
doesn't
about
respond.
20 yards, is what I'm saying. You can still make him out, even though it's not so thick a fog that you can't see your hand in front of your face. It is a good
Yeah.
fog, though.
So he doesn't respond at all?
He does. Is he? He might be kind of swaying. Um, Hutton, you made an extreme success. It looks like the blackness of his robes is like rippling.
I'll take the shot.
Weird.
If he doesn't respond within a moment or two,
He doesn't.
I'll take the shot.
Go ahead, make me a roll.
The point was, I gave him, since I don't know that this is a hostile, I'm 99% certain. It's
Yeah.
hostile. I gave him a moment,
I'll give you a bonus die if you were aiming the whole time that you were talking to him.
which I was.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So you can have a bonus die on this shot. You guys hear a
Okay.
thwunk like a bow almost.
And
Oops.
roll a d10. Yeah.
That's what I'm.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
gotta get
right.
out of
Dice roller.
no.
Yeah, first one was better.
Yeah, no, nothing.
That's a
more.
bonus die either way. So the crossbow bolt goes wide. Actually, how much did you miss by?
Quite a bit.
Okay. You misjudged the distance. You think you're not real proficient with this crossbow. You took the shot. It didn't miss by a whole lot. It just kind of went over his shoulder. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't move.
So that does still tell you something. Because it's like a warning shot, even if it was intended
yeah.
to hit. It's a warning shot, and if it doesn't,
And I'll
Just
whisper to the others, fire at will.
They all look at Captain Wabo Cabo, all the sailors that are there. None of them have any kind of ranged weapons. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a roll.
have anything to fire.
Captain does, though.
The captain's the only other one in the group with a ranged weapon.
Oh shit.
Impale.
Yep.
Yeah. Malfunction is a 97. I rolled a 98.
98. How long has it been since you actually used this bow or actually oiled the bowstring? Uh-oh. Snap!
No, it's all encrusted with seawater or something.
That's what you hear, a very loud snap and a thwah as the bow itself kind of like unlimbers itself in your hand and does one of these.
Right.
The arrow just falls to the ground and sticks into the...
Or is it still in my hand?
yeah, it could still be in your hand. Yeah, whichever way you want. You're like, snap! But the whole bow did this, and it gave your hand one of those little... That's uncomfortable.
Oh, I know.
It didn't hurt,
One of
but it's
those-
uncomfortable.
Oh, it wasn't like hitting a baseball with a wooden
No,
bat or
it's not that
something the wrong
bad,
way?
but it does.
Okay.
It is uncomfortable. And as you watch, the figure seems... What is it doing? Is it crouching? It goes down, 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 and seems to disappear into the ground.
Like gasp.
Like gasp.
I just realized I have a wooden shield on my character sheet. Could have brought.
You can have it. You can
Definitely
have,
didn't say that though.
you can have brought it. I'll allow you to have brought the wooden shield that used to belong to.
Really?
Sure, why not?
Where'd it go?
Well, how about my armor?
Everybody
Wearing
has
that?
armor on. Everybody's probably wearing armor.
And there's also a helmet. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
you've got all that stuff.
Anyway.
You're good to go.
Wait,
Where
and
did-
a
Alonzo
jacket.
just
Okay.
said. Alonzo's
Where'd it go?
talking here.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. You got
Where'd
your
it go?
stuff.
Where'd it go? As I'm reloading.
It looked like it sank into the ground.
Crewmen are nodding.
Yeah, that's definitely
Was
what
that-
it looked like it did.
Was that perhaps a wizard?
Or a
I mean,
ghost
if
like
that's a-
everyone's been saying,
If that's a wizard, that's a wizardly thing to do.
it's also a ghostly thing to do.
Both valid.
I'm gonna go out and see if I can't find any footsteps.
I'll
Okay.
cover you from here. Go ahead.
Hutton heads across towards
Yep.
the light. The
Oh, in
thunder.
all fairness, I was thinking to do the same thing, but
No,
This works.
you've got a ranged weapon. You're probably best in the
Yeah.
back.
So I'm definitely going out with my scimitar out.
Okay,
Yeah.
you've drawn your scimitar. You head over
and I've
there.
got, I'm covering. Like I said, I'm covering.
Yeah, you
them from
finish.
where I am.
You finish. Get that
Yeah,
next bolt.
Wait for me to reload. Before
Mark
you go out.
yourself. You would have had time. It only takes. I don't know how long it takes. 2 rounds or 1 round. What's your rate of fire on that thing?
Uh,
Should be on the character sheet.
1 per 2.
Right. So it takes you 1 round to reload, and then you can fire
so
every
this is-
other round.
yeah.
So yeah, it's
This is
loaded.
This is one
by
I
the
can
time
pull back by hand.
by the time he starts moving forward, it is loaded and you're ready to go. How are you moving forward, Hutton? Paint us a picture.
Crouched and slow.
Okay. So you're creeping up
Yeah.
there. You can make a stealth check if you want. That's how slow you're moving. If you wish.
I will make a stealth check.
Hutton's obviously trying to be very quiet.
I'm gonna burn my 1 coin.
Okay. Is that a success then? I take
Make
it.
exactly a success.
So Hutton is creeping forward. He's very quiet. You would expect to hear the crunch of gravel as he crosses the road, but you can't hear it. It's almost like he's a ghost himself. You get closer to the light. He is in full silhouette now. Actually, you had to go forward 20 yards.
Yeah.
So he's little more than a silhouette as long as he's on this side of that light. So none of you can see any details except that he was crouched low, sword in hand, and was moving forward very slowly and crept very quietly. Give me a navigation check, Hutton,
Navigation.
just to see if you get to the correct spot or not.
Who I'm rolling hot tonight. Regular success.
All right. You think this is where the guy was?
Okay.
Regular success? Yeah, you think this is where the guy was.
Yep.
If you wish to do some kind of a... if you wish to do like a tracking, if you have tracking, check, you can look for footprints.
Let it track. Right?
Hard success.
Okay. You're starting to look on the ground. You're not seeing anything. And then you see movement out of the corner of your eye towards the cemetery, at the fence, or at the gate, actually. The movement is, you hear like, you hear this. The others will have to make a listen check for this. It's very quiet, but it does carry through the fog.
Ooh.
And it looks like the vines.
Hard success. on
Hard
my
success.
listen check.
You hear a low moaning.
I do not hear it.
Okay.
What was that? What was that?
Okay, so Wabo Cabo starts like getting loud.
Well, he's like, well, maybe not loud, but it was probably, yeah. What was? Did anyone else?
Okay,
see that?
Shaeder, you hear Wabo Cabo start kind of gibbering behind you, in terror, not terribly loud. Isabella, how did you do?
I failed.
No. Okay.
So all I really hear is the captain. Whatever I was trying to hear.
Yeah, you can blame him.
Blotting it out.
Yes, you can blame Captain. Okay. The sailors are confused. What? They starting to look a little panicked themselves. It looks like you can see. You remember the vines? There's vines wrapped around the gate. You know, on either side of the gate on those, because there's. It's an iron fence that runs around the entire. A wrought iron fence covered with creeper vines. You know what I mean? All the way around the cemetery, and you all know this, except for Miss Isabella, who hasn't been out, except Miss Eldridge, who hasn't been out here yet.
We saw that in the daytime.
Yes. Those vines, it looks like to you, Hutton, appear to be dripping something now. Something dark. Yeah, that's what you notice.
I'm gonna wave my scimitar a little bit.
It goes all over the place behind you because you got light silhouetting you, and
Like I'm kind of going like this, and then I'm pointing in that direction.
Okay. Nobody at that location 25 yards away can make out any of that detail. The fog is too thick for you to see any detail down there. You don't know this, Loren. Keep that in mind. As far as you know, they can see it as clearly as you can, which isn't very clearly, but still.
I'm going to attempt to sneak forward in hopes that they're following.
Oh, nice. You don't look back. Oh, you can't see them anyway. They're in the dark. Yeah. Yep. Okay, and then you see Loren start heading towards the gate. Is that where you're going?
Yep, I'm gonna stay stealthy.
Okay, yeah, you can make another stealth check.
I'm focused
Hooty-hoo!
on
God, I'm rolling
cover.
good.
All right,
So I'm
cool.
not moving at the moment.
You're creeping up. For some reason, Loren waved his sword and then started moving the same way he moved before. He moves right onto the road, pretty much, right? And just heads down the gravel road. And he's just quiet. And the moment that he's out of the actual glare of the light, you're having difficulty seeing him clearly. He's just a blurred black shape in the fog.
Well, that's why I didn't move. I'm focused on keeping him covered.
No, that's fine.
If
What
I knew he's going to pass out of the light.
what does anybody what do y'all do?
I was looking up at my character sheet. I'm a little distracted. Did
It's very distracting.
you're saying the figure moved away? And Lauren is following it?
Loren, the figure disappeared into the ground, it looked like.
Oh, right.
Loren
Oh,
went to look over there, and then he waves his sword, and he kind of aims his sword towards the gates that you guys can barely make out through the fog. And then he goes down to a crouch, and he starts doing this in that direction.
Okay.
And he actually goes on the road, and you can't hear him. He's like dead silent,
But
like he's not real.
But there's nothing else. Okay, so he just disappeared into the fog, and that's it.
He hasn't totally disappeared, but all you're seeing is like a blob of darkness where
And
he's
he waved
where
the
he's
sword
going.
like he wants people to follow him.
He waved it, and then he pointed towards the gates, and then he started like creeping
see
that
his
way
arm move.
Oh,
without any sound
that
at
sounds
all.
like follow me to me.
Yeah, so either he wants people to follow him, or he's indicating where he's going, or but probably both.
Don't know.
Yeah.
What do y'all want to do? Are you having this conversation?
No, I'm saying.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
Should we follow him? Let's follow him.
No,
Yeah?
no, that's all the crewmen. No.
I think we should.
Captain,
I don't know if he might see something. We don't know.
They're all
Should I
looking
call
towards
him?
you.
will you move up to support him, please?
Me?
Oh, all right. For your man? All right.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll,
Somebody gives you a little push, Captain, from behind. It's Boozoo. Go ahead, Cap.
I'll try to stealth check forward.
Okay, so where are you going first? Going to
Where Loren was first at.
so you're going to the light. He went to the
yeah,
light, and then he turned and he
Yeah.
head towards the gate.
Yeah.
So you're going to the
failed
light.
my
Okay, yeah, fair enough. You failed?
I failed my stealth.
Okay,
roll.
so he's going he's kind of creeping too, but he crunches across the gravel into the spot.
Are his guys going with him?
No, they're standing right there.
Question.
He didn't tell them to come with him.
Oh, that's
And they
true, I
don't
did.
want to be here, especially Dirt. Dirt knows what this is about.
Question.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Did when the figure, it was silhouetted by the light, right?
Mhm.
So was it near the light?
It was.
Did it go
was
near
it-
the light?
It just appeared out of nowhere. Suddenly there was a shadow,
But
and it was standing in front of the light, between the light and y'all.
like close to the light.
Fairly.
in front of it or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, between
Okay,
you and
so
the
it
light.
didn't seem to be afraid of the light or anything.
No, it didn't move at all.
Okay.
It appeared.
Okay.
Alonzo took a shot at it. Captain Wabo Cabo's bowstring
Bowstring
broke. I'm assuming you dropped the bow, Captain,
Yeah.
because you can always
And
come get it later.
He
And
pulled
then
out his large
then it went.
knife.
Then it went
Blah, 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 blah.
and just kind of like
Okay.
disappeared into the
Weird.
ground, is what it looked like. Yeah, definitely.
Dang, because I was gonna suggest maybe we should bring a light with us, but if the light did, then
Give me an
That's
intelligence check.
because that she would know that from, hauntings she's experienced and also
What the hell's Sean doing? Are you dancing, Sean?
literature.
Did you get your job?
14. A what? Intelligence?
You rolled a 14. That's a success.
14.
When you came up to this group, you noticed two of the men, two of the other sailors,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
are holding
Oh, that's
lanterns that
hard
are
success.
they're unlit. They're holding unlit lanterns currently.
And they
Probably-
didn't move to support their
Oh,
captain.
right.
They
No, they're
let him
just
go ahead.
they're just standing there. They're watching Captain Wabo Cabo. They look very scared. Dirt looks the
by way,
most scared.
I'm looking back at them like with the sort of like, are you going to let your captain go and leave and not follow him? What kind of, I'm not saying it, but my facial expression is very clear. Like, what kind of men let their captain go and don't follow?
Same
Yeah.
kind of.
You can give me an intelligence check too, Alonzo. We're new.
Sorry, that
wrong
was
button?
the police calling me.
Oh, good. Okay, you can tell us about that later.
Off
Off
Okay,
stream.
hold on a sec. Uh,
What?
let's see. Yes, intelligence. Yes, that's a regular success.
That's a regular success. As you look at them to try to encourage them to go back up their captain, you realize they probably cannot see your face. You're in silhouette
Okay.
because you're in front of them as
Right.
far as the
Okay,
right.
so
You realize that
I'll-
immediately. Like you can't. You look at them
I'll
like
say I'll say
this.
go. I'll basically say then I'll say quietly go support your captain. What kind of men are you?
Yeah, and I'll whisper as he says after he says that, I'll
Mhm.
say, turn on your light your lanterns too. Let's have some light just in case.
They look towards Alonzo.
Yeah, I also look at Alonzo like
Dirt doesn't,
that's a good idea,
but
right?
he doesn't.
It's fine.
Ghosts are afraid
Okay,
of
he
light,
says it's
I
fine. All
think.
right. They set to work with flint and steel. Alonzo
Now we
set
go
this
to
whole
the
thing
dump.
up, and so they're deferring to him since Wabo Cabo
Right.
has moved away. But it looks you can hear tink. They're starting to try to get a spark going and all that. They apparently didn't bring like something that's already smoldering or something like that.
That's all right. Now the only reason I haven't moved is I'm staying in a cover position.
No, I know, and that's fine. They didn't know whether it was a good idea to light the lights or not. This is your plan, and so
Yeah.
they don't know if you want it to be
Yeah.
dark over here.
At this point, getting light is not a bad idea. The thing has already revealed itself and moved.
Wabo
Yeah.
Cabo.
So now
I
we
also
don't know
wanna-
where it's going to reappear.
Crunch, crunch. You get to within like 10 or 15 feet of the light.
Okay.
So it's pretty bright in front of you. You know you're not going to be able to see anything back there where the guys are. You can still kind of make out Hutton, who is... What are you doing, Hutton? Are you approaching the gates then?
Yeah, I'm continuing to move forward.
Okay. As you reach the gate, it's just open. You see that it looks like inside the cemetery, the tombstones, at least the ones you can kind of make out, appear to be leaning kind of towards you. Very slowly.
Okay.
And then you see the ground in front of several graves. It looks like it's starting to churn. Why don't you make me a sanity check? This is kind of creepy.
Oh boy, going insane in the Dreamlands. That's a big old fail.
Okay, take 1 point of sanity loss.
All right.
That's weird, creepy, but it's not like
Yeah.
earth-shattering. And you're at the gates when you see this.
Yeah.
This strangeness that's happening.
And none of us see that, right? 'Cause of the
No,
fog.
you're too far away. You can see the gate. You can just make out the gate. You can just make out Hutton as like a black blob. Anything past the gates is, with the fog especially, everything past the gates is completely obscured to where you guys are. Because remember, you're still 25 yards away. It's a quarter of a football field. It's pretty far. The fact that you can still see the gates indicates this isn't a real heavy fog. Hutton.
Yep.
What do you want to do upon the shock of seeing this strangeness? You don't hear anything, by the way. It's deathly quiet.
And I don't see the figure anymore.
No, you haven't seen the figure since it disappeared into the ground.
What about? Well, yeah, I'm not there, so.
No, you can see him, but you
Right.
can't see past the gates either because of the lack of light.
Huh.
I thought he saw something else though earlier.
Tink, 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 tink,
I'm
Oh
gonna
God.
tink.
I'm
It takes a
gonna
while
go
to get a
in.
spark and light a lantern
Especially
when you don't
in
have matches.
fog.
Oh,
Humidity
intelligence
doesn't help.
check for the two that are still in the trench. That's Isabella and Alonzo, please. Give me an intelligence check.
Mm-hmm.
If you both fail, I will still give you
That's
something.
a hard success.
Oh, no.
It's just when she
5
looks up her
over.
character sheet. Yeah.
Uh-huh. You're over two. You both failed.
No, I
No,
have a
yeah,
hard,
five
I have a
over.
Hard
hard
success,
hard.
Alonzo. I'm sorry.
Barely.
Um, with dreaming, you could probably whip up a little flame fairly easily if you can make it happen. That thought crosses your mind. And for you, Miss Eldridge, as you're watching Captain Wabo Cabo, you feel something touch your leg, and you look down to see.
Oh.
Do you scream?
What does it feel like?
It's just a tiny little like bump on your boot or your shoe.
Does it?
Do you look at it?
Okay. I guess I don't. Maybe I don't squeal like super. I guess I'm jumpy though, a little bit.
So you
I
jump
squeal a
but
little
don't
bit.
squeal. You squeal. Ah! It's Mr.
A
Rascals.
little, yeah, and I jump a little.
It's Mr.
Yeah.
Rascals,
Okay. Whew.
and he basically says,
Mr. Rascal.
"Can't you dream some fire up or
Oh,
light?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, I was thinking about that earlier.
Don't think,
dreaming
just
something.
do it."
Okay. Okay. Okay.
He doesn't apparently want a long explanation. He just needs you to do something.
Oh no. Very bad.
No, it's a fail.
64.
Okay,
Wait,
you're concentrating. That's one round though. Hutton, you're at the entrance.
How many drink?
Just a
magic
point.
points?
It's just a point. Well, it depends. What were you trying to create? A light or just a little flame to light these lanterns?
Just like snap fire. You know.
Okay, just a little flame. 1 point is all it's going to cost
Yeah.
you. Hutton, you're at the entrance.
Yeah, I want to see if I can tell what's dripping.
Yeah. So you're examining the fence.
Yeah.
You it. It's really weird because you're trying to. Are you touching it? Are you just looking at it?
I am not touching it.
Okay, you're just trying to get close. Something is dripping down off the vines and making but it doesn't make any noise at all. You know what I mean? Like it hits the ground, you can see it like plap, but it doesn't make any ground as it hits any noise as it hits the ground. And actually, it's the dripping is like stopping.
I want to. They have that, yeah. Can I dream up a vial with a stopper?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, point. 1 magic point.
Yeah, I failed.
Wabo Cabo, what do you want to do? You're at the light.
I'm gonna pick up the light.
Oh yeah, okay,
then
yeah, you can pick it up.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna move forward with my knife in one hand and the light in the other, and
Okay.
I'm gonna like.
What about the cloth? There was a piece of cloth on that light, so it kind of aimed in a certain direction. Are you bothering with that, or are you just going to grab this? It's just a ball.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing the light.
You grab it, and you can't really feel it, but you know you've got it.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you're explaining.
Weird.
But the captain's like, oh, whoa.
Okay, so you've got it. So that light is now all around you, as opposed to just one direction.
He's probably thrown off a little bit the fact that it's hovering above his hands. So
Yeah,
he probably
you guys
looked at it for a second or two.
Everybody else sees him pick up the light and is like, or whatever.
And then he kind of gestures and starts heading towards Hutton. Then.
Okay, and then he's heading for Hutton. Hutton, you can feel light is growing around you.
Okay.
Shaeder, you still got your crossbow.
Yeah, I'm still locked in on watching for threats around Mr. Hutton.
Okay.
And being ready to basically defend him and warn him.
Okay.
Because that thing disappeared. I'm fearing the road man will reappear at some point.
Wabo Cabo left right when I needed him because he's heading forward.
Oh, I'm still here.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're still on. Oh, you got wireless. Oh, I'm so jealous.
No,
Okay, so Wabo Cabo.
It's not wireless.
Oh, so you're moving forward.
the
Hutton, light is growing around you. The dripping has stopped. You don't see the liquid on the ground anymore. It seems to have like been absorbed into the ground. Maybe. You don't see any kind of stains. As the light approaches, it's all around you, and now you can see very clearly, and the rest of you can very clearly see the gate now. It's open. You can see the vine-colored fence around it. The fence is about 8 foot tall. I believe there are spikes on the top. It's just wrought iron. That doesn't really have spikes.
Classic.
It's just bars held together with more iron. It'd be tough to get through that. You might be able to get over. But they're completely illuminated, the two of them, as Captain Wabo Cabo reaches Loren Hutton. Yeah. You're there, Captain Wabo Cabo.
Nothing else spooky.
Tink,
No ghost.
Tink, 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 tink.
Oh my god. Can I try again?
Yeah, you can try again.
Okay.
Shaeder's watching.
Do you see anything? I'm just leaning right over to
He probably saw the light approaching. He knows you're.
Well,
He
right.
also heard
Yeah.
you crunch, 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 crunch.
He knows, like, of course he knows I'm right here, so that's why he's just. You see anything?
I'm gonna give you a coin for that. I like it.
These vines were dripping, but I couldn't get a container for them in time.
I tried to hold the light closer to the vines to see.
Just vines. Looks like normal
All right.
vines. You don't see anything unusual about them.
nothing like on the ground, like
No stains, nothing.
no blood or anything. Yeah, that's all right.
Do the gravestones seem to be leaning in a peculiar fashion?
Yeah, am I noticing the graves doing anything?
You don't. No,
Okay.
it's all's quiet.
I heard
oh,
him,
wait.
I heard him moaning. That's
Did we hear that?
I heard that too.
okay.
Some people who made listen checks did. I don't remember who exactly.
Yeah,
I did.
I think it was just Captain Wabo.
Yeah.
Loren got it for free. Wabo Cabo heard it. The rest of you guys were focused and didn't make it.
I blame the captain for that one. For being
I don't think that's the Wizard Wilkes. Just something tells me that's not the Wizard Wilkes. But I don't think that's a good thing. Whatever that figure was.
So we've confirmed what the townsfolk said, and it's a ghost. That's what I saw.
I would say it matches.
Tink, 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 tink.
I'm also I'm
I grew up
snapping.
reading ghost
Do one more. Do one
stories
more for me,
and,
Miss
you
Eldridge.
know, if someone said that's a ghost, I would be like, yeah, that seems like a logical determination
No.
to come to.
It's okay.
Did the matches make it over to the Dreamlands?
No.
Okay.
There's a little flare, and
It
and
does
a
kind
light
of.
appears near you all. They've got one of them lit.
But now they can light the
I
other
will
one
say,
up.
Yeah,
Captain, that
it won't
does
be hard for
appear
that.
to be the depiction of death where I come from. Death looks like a cloaked figure carrying usually a scythe.
Both lamps are lit now.
It,
And these
I'm
two are
trying to-
completely illuminated, so you can make them out, by the way. Back party. Go ahead, Captain.
yeah, I'm just trying to think what do I know about death as far as the Dreamlands are concerned.
Whatever
When
you want.
Whatever. All right. Death. Oh. You dreamers dream up of some crazy things, don't you?
Yeah.
When you die, you're dead. That's all that happens.
No. It's a figure known called Death, the Grim Reaper. It's I'm not 100% sure when the legend started, but it's basically when
Is there
he-
like a god of death or something for the Dreamlands?
There's Mordigian.
All right.
He is rumored to
so-
be worshipped by the
No.
ghouls in certain terrible cities.
Okay.
You've never been to any of those places, though.
No, right. I'm just trying to think of something like that. He may like he's trying to reference or whatever associate with. So, all right. So he's kind of like, and then he says what you told me to Loren. Then
Dream Lore.
Yeah, you can make a Dream Earth check if you want.
And
I
we can't,
failed by 55.
we're too far to hear this, right?
Yeah, they're not talking
Yeah.
loudly. Buzu and Yalmont, after a few moments' consideration and not wishing to go, obviously, put down one of the lanterns, and they take the other one, and they start creeping forward towards
One is lit
towards
and one
Captain.
isn't?
They're both lit.
Oh,
They lit both
Nice.
of them. They left you a lit
No vote for
lantern
me.
in the freaking in the trench or just behind the trench. They're bringing a single lantern with them. They were looking. You noticed that they were looking for looking at Shaeder, like waiting for a few moments, and when he didn't
Yeah.
look back or say anything, like he doesn't know that they're looking at him. They put one lantern down, they take the other one, they go just around the side of the trench, and they start heading for Wabo Cabo and Loren
Can I
Hutton.
take the other one?
Yeah, you can pick
They
it up.
left it. Yeah, they left it right there for you guys.
It's right
Cool.
there. So you've got a lantern in
Yeah,
your left
I'm gonna
hand,
take the other one and
sword in your right
follow
hand.
them.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah.
the thing has not materialized again.
You haven't
So
seen
you
anything.
know what? I'm gonna stand up as well.
Okay.
So with Miss Eldridge, she has the lantern. So let's join up with the others.
She was
So it's
already
basically all.
she was
yeah,
already
let's
walking
basically all-
towards them, but yeah, you can join
Yeah,
her.
let's all rejoin near the gate.
And I like that he's behind me, so he has my back with a ranged weapon. So cool.
When the light goes, dirt comes with it.
oh yeah,
I'll
So-
agree, Captain. That definitely. What you're describing isn't hard to assume it's similar to what legends say where we come from.
Excuse me.
So
I
what
don't know
was
if he's
that?
so much a god, but definitely a figure that is known to bring death.
Well, like I said, goblins worship him. So
Well,
yeah.
Does anyone have any idea what that
Cool.
was?
Sorry, I hate twisted cords.
What?
I took my headset off for a second.
Yeah,
I hate
I-
twisted cords.
What'd you say, Kevin?
Does anyone have any idea what that thing was?
A ghost.
The Grim Reaper, clearly.
yeah, I mean,
What else would it be?
have
Death coming from. Or a ghost.
definitely seems something out of something out of Dickens.
Yeah,
Okay.
or medieval ages, which is sort of where we're at in a way, right?
Sort of, yeah.
I mean,
So what's,
yeah.
how do you fight a ghost then?
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Well, you guys are dreamers. I'm sure you guys can dream.
Anybody who
up
wants to
something.
make an occult check against how do you fight a ghost is welcome to.
Yes, sir. And I feel like I know Isabella
Nope.
that
82 off.
56? Is that
82.
No.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
That's
I rolled
failure.
100. My guy don't know nothing.
7 off.
You even
No,
forgot
what I said.
bones.
Damn it. Sir, 7
Well, lucky-
coins.
No luck here.
Failed.
There are not 7 coins,
I
unfortunately.
mean, I'll say if someone told me what that was a ghost, like they could say with 100% like proof that's a ghost, I think I have to believe them.
Well, I don't have a better idea.
A
Yeah.
ghost?
Certainly could be.
That's
Was that
Boozer.
dirt?
It could also be a
Dirt's just.
ghoul, perhaps. Speaking of ghouls,
Oh, speaking of ghouls.
Ada!
No, you have to cast a spell to get her here.
Ada! Yeah.
You know the spell.
okay,
She
well, I
taught you the
still-
spell, remember? But you'd have to
Yeah,
cast it
I
and
know.
make a hard power check.
So I don't know. I forgot all the rules with that.
Yeah,
But
you can push that roll, but if you fail, it could have catastrophic.
so can I try it like without pushing it just as many times as I want
No.
to?
If you fail,
and
if you
not
fail,
like in a
if you fail it,
no, but I mean,
you realize that you do not remember how to cast it correctly, and you can't try again until you can
okay,
study
so
it.
it's all or nothing.
She's not here to teach it to you again. If she was here and she could teach it over and over to you as you failed, yes. Hold on.
Okay, so what's our next move then?
No.
I'm out of my element here.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Wait,
might
no, she's not. I don't think she's having this conversation.
No.
This is all just going through her head.
Shaeder said something.
Oh, I'm
what
sorry,
are
I'm
we
sorry.
doing- What are we doing when you left? So
He
yeah.
said, "What's our next move?"
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry. I assumed that. Okay, keep going. Sorry. Oh, this doesn't take long to cast. Okay.
But I'll forget it if I fail, though.
You're not forgetting it, but you've learned it wrong. You got it in your head right now. You're like, I need to say these words, blah, blah, blah. If you fail that power check, the hard power check, that means you got the wrong words.
Yeah.
And You don't have
You're
any
not
way
sure-
to try to refresh yourself
So
at
I
this
have to-
juncture.
I have to relearn it to do it.
You have to
Okay.
either find a book that has it, or you have to learn it from somebody.
And
Here
I
we
need
go.
a hard power success.
Yep.
Yes.
It's a hard yes.
That'd be a 17.
Yes, that's a tough roll to make.
Yeah, that's the thing that makes me
Ah.
mad. This is the character that would absolutely learn magic.
Yeah,
And
and
he has
he's
a
not
shit
good at
power.
it. So
Fuck. Damn it. I
Yeah.
really want to try, but it's just
if
So
you push
try-
it,
I need my power to go up.
if you push
Maybe we
it,
should-
it could be you could die. Is your understanding from reading those books that you found?
But we're in the Dreamland.
Ugh. But then I die
Yeah.
in the Dreamlands and you can't come back, and that's
Correct.
There's always a way.
So I take it we
So
have no plan
lose
then?
pretty much almost.
Yeah,
I
so
would
this is all
say-
going through Miss Eldridge's head in moments.
Yeah.
It's not a long
I
discussion.
would
Yeah.
I don't
maybe
know
let's
how to
move
fight
into the town
ghosts.
and see if we can't find it again.
That
Like-
sound.
Ow.
I heard a low moaning sound earlier.
I heard that as well. These vines here by the gate were dripping something, but not making any noise.
What?
The
Oh, yeah, this is brand new
tombstones were
information.
tilted.
These are crewmen.
What?
They're scared.
This
Are they tilted now?
I look back.
Everything looks normal to you. You
Like,
guys,
yeah, they
you
were-
guys spent hours here earlier today.
Yeah.
You're kind of familiar with the graveyard. It's creepy.
Yeah,
It's night. Ooh,
they-
and it's real
they were
foggy. But
tilting, yeah.
Are you?
You,
well,
sure it wasn't
is
just the
very
fog
foggy.
playing tricks on you?
Exactly.
Hang on a sec. Captain, can I have my light, please?
Captain, I've seen some things.
My
I,
light,
hold
please.
it, I just hold it up.
I'll take it.
yeah, you grab it without feeling it. And if
I've
you
seen
do like
enough.
if you do like this,
I'm
it just
going to look more closely into the graveyard.
Yeah,
Do the
yeah.
tombstones look normal?
everything
I've
looks
seen
normal.
enough crazy things to know. I think now what's happening for real and what's just paranoia.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I have no doubt that you saw what you saw.
Yeah. Oh no.
My question is, what does it mean?
It means
that-
ghosts.
I mean,
Does the
That's-
thing draw power from this place?
Probably.
Well,
you are asking philosophical questions. I don't think any of us are going to have an answer to.
Did anybody
Well,
make an occult
I'm
check?
the most likely one that would.
Well,
Did you guys make rolls for occult for ghosts?
yeah, and failed.
Everybody failed. Okay, yeah. So
we could always check out that statue in the center. It had a staff or whatever, like whatever figure had.
Oh.
An
Yeah.
excellent point.
We could.
Let's.
Although I saw nothing strange about it during the day.
Well, perhaps we'll
Well,
see
it's
something different.
nighttime.
at the
It's a
bar.
whole different.
I'm trying to think what he would say to the men or whatever.
yeah, everybody
what
can
term
see
he
the
would-
men are freaking out right now. They are armed. They have cutlasses. None of them
I
have
wanna
cutlass
try
in
to tell-
hand at the moment.
I want to tell him to suck it up, but I don't think he would use the word "suck it up."
Gotta go to the bathroom.
So
Okay, depends on what skill.
Stand out
Do you want to try to use a
attention or,
skill?
like-
Do you have any points in intimidate? Do you have any?
yeah, I do.
Do you?
I do. Yeah.
If you want to say suck it up and try an
Yeah.
intimidate check, if you succeed, they will
Feel like-
indeed suck it up. If you want to push it, tell me how you're going to push it if you
Get
fail.
yourself
Yeah,
together.
he's not pushing it. He's not
Something
pushing
like
it.
that.
He's just ordering him to suck it up. And no, I failed.
But there's ghosts, Captain.
What do you think guards treasure?
Ooh.
Skeletons. That's what one of them says.
And ghosts.
I didn't know nothing about ghosts. Okay, these crewmen are kind of
I know.
demoralized. So it's
Shaking in their boots.
they are. They literally are. Dirt is the worst of them. Dirt hasn't talked, but he's like, you can see rivulets of sweat cleaning his face as they go down and drip. Dirt knows the kind of shit the captain does, and he's scared to death.
There. I go there to Dirt.
Give me another charm check to see if you can calm him.
And then
She wipes her hands.
Yeah, and then I wipe it off.
His shirt's wet now, by the way.
Oh,
Between the fog and the
30.
sweat, dirt is pretty liquidy.
This is the
Oh,
most
yeah,
water
no,
he's seen
I'm
in a
way
while.
over.
Okay. This is
Okay,
probably the
then-
most water. Go ahead.
You know what? You know what? Then I'll say to them, "Mine, stay here and guard the gate.
Who? What'd you
If
say?
anything to the sailors, if anything comes, yell."
Oh, I'm sure we won't have any problems with them doing that.
Exactly.
Can we keep one of the lights? Buzu has a light.
Yeah, of course you'll need it.
He goes, here. And you hear, he reaches into the sack and you hear clinking. And he takes out a couple of like, bottles.
Vials.
And he hands
Yeah,
those to
bottles.
Isabella.
Oh. Oh, lamp oil. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they're greasy feeling. Obviously, yeah, there's oil in there. You could put them in some of your pockets.
I put it in my pocket
Yeah, you
and
got-
then rub my hand again.
You got plenty of pockets.
Gonna have to get this dress to the laundry pretty soon.
So you've got 2 extra vials of lamp oil. They've got 4. And you've got a lit lantern. They've got a lit lantern. You've got these 2 magical lights. And they're going to stay near. They're going to stay. Then we'll holler if we see anything. That's Buzu.
Thank
He
you.
seems. Dirt hasn't said anything. He's just standing there
He's just
sweating and terrified. He draws his cutlass though
Chill,
and looks
Dirt.
around real nervously.
Oh, I got my knife.
He
drawn,
he points to
so-
the captain. He just points at the knife in the captain's hand. Yeah, Dirt seems very nervous.
I'll be right
Why don't you
back.
guys grab my bow at least while you're standing out here?
They all look out into the terrible darkness.
Oh,
Pitch black, 25 yards away.
that's all I say though.
Okay.
So, and I just turn away, and if we're heading towards the statue, then I start following with the group. So
You turn towards the statue. Is anybody else moving?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm
You're
planning
heading
to
that
go
way?
in and have a look at the statue.
Okay, great. So you're heading in. I'm going to assume so the Dreamers are heading in along with Mr.
along
Rascal
with the captain and the captain.
and Captain. Well, and
Yeah.
Captain Wabo. You're right.
He's
Um,
not a dreamer.
You're heading in. You head into the cemetery. Oh, okay. We're gonna wait
am
for
kinda-
Miss Eldridge to come back.
Oh yeah.
But there's quite a bit of light around you actually. Shaeder has his light out. Hutton, do you have your magical light out?
Yes.
Isabella has a lit lantern. So there's quite a bit of light around you as you make your way. Are you going down the path, the most direct route?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Well, you're not in the front. You don't have a
True, yeah.
light, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're letting somebody with some kind of light lead you. Yeah. Every once in a while, you hear what sounds like an odd squeaking or like a scratching noise. It's always in the distance, but it seems like the fog is making it feel closer or sound closer. At one point, you see a bunch of rats scurry across the path ahead of you.
I'm used to rats.
As you're approaching you think you're in the right area of the statue. You're having a little difficulty navigating without being able to see anything at all outside of a few dozen yards clearly. But as you're approaching the statue, you think you're heading uphill. This has got to be the right place. A ghostly gray skull appears suddenly, floating about man height in front of the party. It opens its mouth, and there is some kind of it's not a noise, it is a feeling that comes out of this. Everybody can make me a sanity check first.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I would
Oh
assume that
yay!
would
I
be part
failed
one.
my sanity check.
You failed.
Ooh. I have is that a hard or an extreme success?
Ooh.
It's a hard success.
Success is you take 1 point if you succeed. Captain Wabo Cabo, 2 points of sanity. That is not normal. Loren Hutton, 2 points of sanity. We'll deal with Miss Eldridge in a moment. And then I need each of you to make me a power check. There we go.
Oh, damn! I failed that too.
I failed the power check.
Okay. Okay.
And I failed. I rolled a 98.
I rolled a 92.
Okay.
And 96
Shaeder.
here.
Okay.
I made the sanity roll.
Captain Wabo
There's that at
Cabo.
least.
Loren Hutton. Hold on one moment. I gotta double check this.
Mhm.
Okay. You were overcome with fear. You didn't hear a noise, but it felt like something. It felt.
Screamed at us. Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Felt
It actually
like-
did felt like something screamed at you, and let's see. There's an inescapable feeling of horror and dread. The overwhelming fear and doubt engulfs you.
Just turn it around and run, and then.
You can turn around and run or freeze in place. I'll give you the choice as a player.
That's my first thought. That's my first thought.
That's fine.
Turn
You can do
around
either
and
one.
bolt.
Or you're frozen in place looking at this horror. Miss Eldridge, make me a sanity check. A ghastly gray skull suddenly appeared, floating about man height in front of the party. The skull opens its mouth, and as it does so, you have a feeling like something just screamed at you, but you can't hear anything. Uh-oh. Is that a fail?
70?
Okay.
I think that's
3
That's a
sanity
big fail.
points. You lost 3 sanity, please.
Yeah.
And then I need you to
Oh,
make
no.
a power check.
That's right.
current sanity, right? Not what's that
yes,
other
current.
number?
The
Oh,
other
yeah.
number was where it started. So your current sanity is down by 3 points, please. And I need you to make me a power check. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
What'd you
Just barely made
You
it.
made it? Okay.
Oh my god.
So-
34 under 35.
So
I
3
was
points of
gonna say-
sanity loss. You're like, whoa, that you're feeling terribly unstable. Alonzo, how do you react to the other portion of it?
So it's the. Is this the kind of does this feel a bit like a battle?
No, not at all. It feels like you're a child in a house and you've just walked into a room and expecting to see your bed, and instead there's a body hanging from the ceiling. That's the kind of
Okay,
feeling this
then
is.
I'm gonna go into flight mode then.
Okay. Loren Hutton. Remember, you have choices of freezing or flight, or if you can think of another fear-inducing thing. What does Loren Hutton do? You failed the power check, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
He's standing there.
So you're frozen in fear, paralyzed, correct? Okay. So,
Wait, what is it we see? Sorry.
it is a ghostly
Yeah, she
gray
did see
skull that suddenly appeared, floating about man height in front of the party. It opened its mouth, and then you had this weird feeling like it was screaming at you, but it didn't make any noise.
Same size as a human skull?
Yes,
Or big?
it's no, it's the same
Okay.
size as a human skull. Captain Wabo Cabo and Alonzo. I'm going to use my scatter
I'm
die.
frozen.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with freeze for now.
Wabo Cabo bolts to your right. You're not that scared. You've lost 3 points of sanity and you're very disturbed. But Hutton just stops dead, and he's just like you can see him shaking. Wabo Cabo just burst off to your right from the direction you're going and disappears into the fog. Mr. Shaeder actually kind of heads off ahead of you and to the right. The thing was just a little more to the left than to the right, is what we're going to say, as it appeared.
When it comes to my flight response, my instinct is going to be to go the way I came.
Okay, so I'll give you that. Alonzo Shaeder takes off directly back the way you all
look,
came.
If I'm retreating, I'm running to some place that's
He just
familiar.
turns and just runs, and there's this look of pure terror on his face. You have a light. Captain Wabo Cabo just runs into the darkness and is gone in a moment. You can, Miss Eldridge, if you look as Alonzo retreats, you can see the light, bouncing because he's carrying it in his hand, bouncing away after he disappears into the fog. Yeah, so the party's completely split up except for you two. So I'm going to start with you, Isabella. Actually, why don't we go with Dex for who gets to go for Alonzo? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You do a full-on sprint. What is your movement rate, please?
8.
8. Okay. So you're doing a full-on sprint directly, hopefully back the way you came. You're just trying to keep to the path as best you can. And when you finally come to your senses, you're not sure exactly how much time has passed. It has not been a lot.
Am I still in the graveyard?
You are. You're still in the graveyard. You can actually see the fence
Okay.
near where you are. Because remember, you have a bunch of light around you.
Yeah, so the next thing I'll do then, once I'm aware of what I'm doing in, is I will take cover behind a gravestone.
Okay, yeah.
And reassess from that point.
Okay, there's one directly ahead of you. You can run over there and get behind it. Wabo Cabo's pretty slow, so Isabella, what do? Loren's right there next to you. As you look at him, you see he's got a look of complete, utter terror on his face, and his hands are shaking.
Honestly, I think
his
I'm
scimitar
just
is
staring at the
shaking,
skull.
actually.
I don't think I'm going to look at...
The skull disappears moments
I
later.
sense him.
After these two flee, the skull kind of evaporates.
Oh. Did it look like it was made of mist, or...
No, it was black. It was completely black. It was hard to make out a lot of details.
Shadow.
It almost was kind of like a shadow.
Darker than dark shadow. Yeah, it makes sense. I feel like she's somewhat familiar with the concept of, like, a shadow person, and that this could be, like, a manifestation of, ghostly thing.
This is a brand new idea for you. You make up this thing about shadow.
Well,
maybe it's a person that's a shadow. Yeah, you can do that, but you've never heard of that before.
Because of her knowledge of that, she'll just sort of, not even in really coherent thoughts, but that'll just flash through her mind, like shadow kind of thing. And then... Shadow Man. Shadow Skull. It's terrifying, so I guess after a second of frozen terror, she'll turn to Loren and probably grab him by the arm and say, "Let's go."
He doesn't move.
Follow them.
You go to pull him, and he takes a step. Like he stumbles, but he's just like shaking. You can see this. Is the sword still in your hand, Loren?
Yes.
You can see the sword is just like this. It's just shaking in his hand. Okay. And he's just got his mouth is wide open, and this rictus of terror is across his face as he's just looking dead ahead.
Yeah. I'll with my... Well, he's to my left, right?
Sure.
Okay.
He's to your left.
So with my right hand, I'll grab his right arm.
Didn't you have a rapier in your hand? And a lantern in the other?
I didn't say that I got anything out.
Okay, we still have a lantern in one hand.
I don't know.
You have a lantern in one hand.
I don't think I had my...
You have a lantern in one hand. Right. So if you're not armed, that's fine. So you reach across with your right hand, and you're doing what now?
Yeah, I'm grabbing him by his right arm, so I'm turning around this way, and saying at the same time, "Let's follow Alonzo. He knows what to do."
Right, and he does like this, but he doesn't move, and his sword is just shaking.
Okay, I say, "It's gone. It's okay. It's gone for now. Let's go."
Hutton, you're coming out of it. Out of this gripping, horrible, worst kind of terror, even worse than when you've seen frightening things, and out of character, lost a lot of sanity. This was worse.
Okay.
This was pants-wetting horror that just gripped you. And you've seen skulls, and that thing was creepy, but you've never felt like this before.
Yeah.
But you feel a warm hand on your right arm.
And down your pant leg.
No, he didn't actually piss his pants, but that's just how terrifying it seemed to be.
Yeah.
I'm giving you all a few moments here to role play if you want.
Did he hear me say that, or was he like
You don't know.
caught up?
You have no idea.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
for him then.
What do you
did he
do,
hear
Loren?
me?
He's just making grunting noises and looking around like nervously.
Come on. Let's go. It's okay. It's okay. We just have to get away from it. Yes, I saw that. It's gone. Let's go. Come on. And I'm trying to drag him. I'm going towards where Alonzo went.
I'm doing a psychology check. I'm not trusting this.
A psychology check for
On
what?
her.
Oh, you're not trusting her?
I
Yeah.
just saw something crazy.
And she's fine.
Like, oh, no, it was
Wow.
Yeah, do a psychology check. Maybe
Go ahead.
uh-oh.
I got a 15. That's a hard success.
She's the bravest woman you've ever known.
He's familiar with the occult.
She does not seem
Enough.
to have been fazed by this at all.
Okay. I'm getting
I
that.
was.
You're not-
that she
you're-
is the person she's supposed to be.
Yeah, you think so. She doesn't seem to be trying to take you. She was pulling you towards a light that's you guys can still see. Oh, Alonzo, you're hiding behind a gravestone. Are you dousing your magical light? Are you put it in your pocket or anything?
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put
Okay.
the light down in front of me,
Mhm.
basically so that I have a field of fire.
Do you want like on the other side of the gravestone then?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll reach around the gravestone.
Okay, so you
Place
do,
it-
so you do see a light, very dim, but it's there through the fog, in the direction
that
she was
way.
trying to pull you. It does seem like Isabella, but damn, if she felt that, and she's like, "Let's go, we just got to go," and didn't.
Didn't phase
Holy
her.
crap, she's
Yeah.
fucking made of bricks or something.
The whole way back that we're walking, I'm going through like I've seen skeletons walking around in the basement.
Okay, so you're gonna go with her?
Cats and I've got cats and old men
Oh yeah,
coming to me in
I
my
forgot.
dreams.
Is this all
I saw
going through your head
snake
as we're
people.
running?
What the hell was that?
Miss Isabella Eldridge, please make me a spot hidden for me too. We're gonna deal with that, and then we're gonna jump to Captain Wabo Cabo, who I'm gonna need a dex check from Captain Wabo Cabo.
Oh man, fail again.
Oops.
I've
Awesome.
had one success today.
How'd you do, Miss Eldridge?
Boom. Oh,
I need to
just
print
ran
you out a
into
freaking
the
character sheet and mail it to you. I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Fail. Hello.
I think she's frozen.
She is frozen. We'll see. If
Success.
you did make a success.
Oh my god.
Where's Mr. Rascal? Now we're jumping to Captain Wabo Cabo. Oh wait. I have to check that.
My dex check. I just
Okay.
ran into a tombstone, didn't I?
Yes, you did. But you keep running. You got to get away.
You looking on the name Tombstone?
It's yours.
I nominate
All right.
coin.
3 points of damage, Captain Wabo Cabo.
Oh,
What kind of armor are you wearing?
That's half his life.
oh. Do I get to use
Trips
my
over a
armor?
tombstone.
What? How much does it give you? A D3?
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Roll me armor. That'll help protect
Yeah.
you. But because
I got the heavy quilted armor.
just roll.
I know.
D3 is a D6 divided by 2.
D6.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled a 6, so 3.
Okay.
So I don't take any
You-
damage.
Then you
Yay.
run. You jump up and you keep running and make another dex check. I'm not gonna do this long, but
Oh, I think I rolled one less than last time. I rolled an 88
shit.
and I rolled an 87.
roll me
this
another
time.
armor. You just crashed into another tombstone.
This time I rolled a 4, so 2.
So 2. So you take 1 point of damage because I rolled a 3 again on that one. So the second one, it knocked some sense into you. Maybe it was the pain. What is your movement rate?
7.
7. And you ran hard for 2 rounds, but you also tripped and fell and had to get up both times. You guys are about here. Okay. That works. Okay, so you stop and it's pitch fucking black. There's fog all around. In the closer now than it was before, you can see lightning playing across the sky, even through the. And you can see some lights off this direction. You know what I mean? Like, they're pretty far away, though. There is a big looming shape in front of you. It's not moving.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just gonna not make a sound and stay really still right now.
Okay.
I'm not sure what to do about this big looming figure yet, so...
It's big. It's absolutely still. It was in the direction you were running when you fell over the second tombstone and kind of came to your senses. You're like,
I gotcha.
So behind you and kind of to your right is where the lights are that you can just make out in the fog. But they're I feel like they're very, very, very far away. Shaeder, make me a listen check, please.
Listen. Okay.
And you can... Well, no. You see a light approaching you. You don't have to make a listen check. You're going to be able to see the lantern as it's kind of coming in your direction. There's a bouncing light as if somebody holding... it's not a magical light. You're sure of that. As if somebody holding... Oh, no, wait. There is a magical light there, too.
Yeah, there's two lights.
There's two lights coming towards you.
One the steady magic light, the other the
And you
lantern.
probably hear us.
Right. And they're both bouncing. You know, like somebody's walking towards you.
Okay.
They're not just like...
I think running. At least I'm trying to run.
Eldridge, Hutton, over here.
You can hear Hutton talking. Babbling, he sounds like he's doing.
Mumbling.
I don't know if they heard me, but that's what I said.
Okay. Yeah, we go towards his voice and the light.
Yeah, you can find him pretty easily.
Yeah,
The light's right there.
I definitely say Isabella is hearing some things that's happened to Hutton that she's not been told before.
About skeletons and the thing in the water and that horrible... Did you see the... No, you weren't there for that.
He wasn't there, but he was in the village with all the fish people.
Oh, the fish people? Did you look at the octopus guy? Did you look at the thing they had prisoner?
The thing in the bucket? Yeah.
The descriptions he's giving you are vivid and terrifying. Like,
and then like the completely normal thing of like my dad's abusive.
Yes.
Oh,
My father was always so angry. He was so mean, terrible to me. Thought he'd call me a failure and a waste.
like, okay, weird octopus people, and your dad's abusive. Like,
so yeah, that's the conversation that you can as you're heading towards. But Shaeder's not there. There's just a light in front of a gravestone.
Okay. Well, I try to take a mental note of everything he's saying.
Yeah, you can.
Hopefully.
Yeah. You can.
So that we can bring it up later and talk about it.
As you stumble through the graveyard in the fog.
Yeah. I take mental notes. And don't see Shaeder, but I see the lantern in front of her grave.
Not a lantern,
I look
a
around.
glowing ball of light.
Like
Loren Hutton has.
I said something. I don't know if they heard me.
They didn't hear you. Hutton's going on and on about abusive parents and terrible stuff and all this other stuff.
I said, Eldridge Hutton, I'm over here.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Because Hutton was talking. He won't shut up for some reason.
Okay.
And she's trying to take mental notes. So yeah, they're distracted.
So you can
see around for him though.
Yeah, you can't see him. There's a lot of light right here.
Alonzo, where are you? I look around, trying to listen.
I'll stand up.
You hear his voice, and he stands up from behind the gravestone where he was hidden. Yeah, it is a little like, oh God, that is creepy looking, but it's no more than that. You know what I mean? Like.
Okay. Yeah, we run over to him.
Yeah, you weren't far, and you're together.
Yeah, and I'll collect the light.
What happened? What the fuck was it? Oh wait, I can't say fuck.
No, that's not really in the common vernacular, especially for a nice young lady.
Yeah,
you totally can. You just
I would.
No one here will judge you. And by the way, the word not only was the word in use in this era roughly gives us the first photograph of someone giving the finger.
But it wasn't common.
Really? So people said fuck and whatnot?
It wasn't common, especially for nice people.
The point is that if you use that kind of language in polite society, people will judge you very harshly. Mm-hmm. Under the current circumstances, no one will judge you.
That's a good point.
Is Miss Eldridge the kind who uses foul, vulgar language like that?
That's
your choice. That is
Definitely
your
not
choice.
often.
Okay.
This
Honestly,
may be the kind of occasion
he's right,
where
though.
you do. But you'll
This
finally
is the
found
kind
an
of
occasion to use this
situation.
word.
Okay. Anyway,
Okay, it just comes
say
out.
what you want.
It just comes out.
Oh my God, Lauren, that's
What the
so
fuck was
vile.
Oh.
You thought higher than.
She goes
You
to
make a
like
stand each
put her
day.
hand over her mouth and she's like, "No,
Lauren gets another coin for it.
Apologies.
Anyway, the three of you together. Ooh, how nice.
what was that thing? Did you see that? The skull?
I have no idea what it was.
That is the most horrifying thing I've ever seen.
Wow.
And he just told you everything he's seen in his life.
It's some nasty stuff.
And you're just like,
Considering-
oh, the skull. What the hell?
Considering, yes, wow. That's yeah, it was terrifying to me too, but it's just a ghost, probably. I think it probably can't hurt us. I'm not sure, but
Captain Wabo Cabo.
gone now?
We're gonna jump to you.
Okay.
As you try to figure out what this thing is.
I'm trying to see whether it moves.
It doesn't ever move. But then make a listen check, please.
Is it really big?
It's narrow at the bottom and then it widens at the top.
Okay. You said a listen check?
Please.
I rolled an 03,
Something,
which is an extreme success.
You hear what almost sounds like the flapping of horribly large wings behind you. Your knife is still in your hand, by the way. You didn't let go of the knife through all this crap.
Yeah, I'm gonna run behind whatever is in front of me now. Then, like whatever it is in front of me, it's got to be better than what's
Sure.
flapping wings
It's a
by.
gravestone. Or wait, do you want to run behind that big thing that's up there?
The big thing in front of me, away from whatever the flapping behind me.
You run over to the big thing, and you realize it's a tree. It's one of the trees from the graveyard.
As a player, I had
As you
one of two things I thought it could have been.
spin around and look, you see what appears to be huge wings coming at you, like as big as a huge cloak or giant coat. You can see it's very dark. All you can make out are what appear to be two glowing red eyes in the middle of this winged thing coming your direction. And it lurches and it comes at you as it attacks you. Do you want to fight back or do you want to dodge?
Well, so like is it coming through the tree then?
No, it's coming around the tree.
Okay.
You could dodge, try to get the tree between you two.
Yeah, I'm trying.
But
to
it will
keep
get a
the tree
chance. It does get a chance to it's trying to. You don't know what it's trying to do. It's coming right at you.
I failed.
You failed your dodge. Okay. It does not manage to. It appears to be trying to enwrap you in its wings. But though you fail the dodge, you didn't crit fail it, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Though you failed the dodge, it doesn't get a good grasp on you. Make a spot hidden. Give yourself a penalty die. This might give you a couple more details, but it's very dark in this foggy area. So you're basically seeing shadows. It is also really dark colored too. You could tell that. It's actually darker than the surrounding fog.
Gotcha.
What do you want to do? It's your turn. Remember, it's super dark.
Right.
You could barely see this thing.
Get away, foul thing! He starts screaming.
You're screaming. Yeah, perfect. You can do something besides scream.
No. Other than that, he's just gonna keep on trying to avoid.
Keep
this
the
thing.
tree between you and it. Yeah. That's not a bad tactic at all. So Isabella, you had just made this statement. Your last statement. Does anybody remember what it was? It was talking about ghosts or something like that, or the skull. And all of a sudden you hear a scream. Get away from me, foul thing. Off to your right somewhere. From Miss Eldridge, off to your left somewhere.
I think we know where the captain is.
He's screaming too. He screams at, and then he just starts shrieking in terror. Is that accurate?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's fine. Yeah.
make me a sanity check, Aaron. Give yourself a bonus die. You're not getting a great look at this thing.
Well, I succeeded either way, but say
Okay.
I rolled a 25 and then a 15. So.
Some giant ass fucking thing. It's still 3 sanity. Whatever the fuck it is,
damn.
it's huge. It seems huge, and it keeps coming at you. And
especially after losing 3 sanity. He's shrieking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Captain Wabo Cabo is screaming in terror at this juncture.
I've lost a total of 5 sanity so far.
God.
So we hear that. Do we see any of this?
No, you don't see anything. Captain Wabo Cabo didn't have a light source. He disappeared in the fog,
So
remember?
I don't. Also, do I hear like the wings?
No.
At all?
No.
You guys are.
Probably
It's
right now.
wherever he is. He sounds like he could be far away. He could be fairly close. It's hard to tell. The fog is making the sound like he's not terribly far. So
let's try to find him.
So, Mr. Shaeder, you're at the top of the round. What do you want to do?
Wait,
I said let's try to find him.
You'd say that, but we're in combat right now. You have a few seconds to say things or to try to do things. Okay?
Well, I was just asking for background. I didn't do anything or say anything.
I know, but it's not your turn. Shader's the top of the round.
Oh, I thought it was. You said it was.
It was.
He said top of the round, Shaeder.
Yeah,
You said
Shaeder.
Top of the round,
Yeah.
Shaeder.
Before that, though.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I'm gonna try to move toward where I think
Okay.
Captain is screaming.
Do you want to run or do you want to walk?
Um,
You have a light source, but it's still very foggy.
yeah, no.
So
this is basically a kind of combat jog.
Okay, so like a full, okay. So
it's not an all-out run, but it is definitely faster than a leisurely walk.
A hurried pace.
So you can head up.
A double time march, as it were.
Right. The safest way is to stick to the trails too, so you don't step in.
I don't want to do that because the skull thing ambushed us on the trail.
So as direct a path as you can take is what you want.
So I'm gonna move. Yeah, and that way I've got cover moving toward it if he's being harassed or attacked by something.
Gotcha. Give me an intelligence check. We're gonna use that unless you have another skill you'd like to use to try to figure out where the yelling is coming from. I'm pretty certain everybody's intelligence is going to be higher than any listen skills or anything like that.
Yeah, that is not a success though.
Okay, so you kind of head on the map. You're going to head. It's coming from the north somewhere, and you think it's coming from the northwest, more
So I'm
north
moving
by
toward where-
northwest in that kind of direction. So you're going to head that way at a jog. You said.
Yeah, I'm moving in that, and of course I've got the light with me.
Yes, you
so
have
that
light.
others
You can see.
Others can follow me if they want to.
Unless there's some uneven ground, you should be fine. Isabella, what are you doing?
I was gonna yell out.
Okay. Yeah.
To him, to Wabo Cabo.
Yeah.
And try to get him to come here.
Okay.
Yell something like, what do I? A captain, right? Captain.
Yeah.
Captain, are you okay? What's happening? Come over here.
Okay.
It's Isabella over here. Come
Yeah,
this
yeah.
way.
You just want
What's
to yell?
happening?
Is that all you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I just want to get information and try to get him to come towards me, and
Captain.
maybe I'll also kind of follow Alonzo.
Are you okay? So you're following.
Well,
are you going to try to keep up with Alonzo, or are you kind of like?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
okay.
I should stay with him.
What is your movement rates for
What's
the two
your
of you?
movement rate?
Yeah.
His is an 8. They're both 8. They
Okay.
both
So
move
you
at
can
the same
keep up
rate.
with him,
And
Captain.
I get my dagger out.
And you pull your dagger
Or my
out.
rapier.
Okay. Yeah. Captain Wabo Cabo, make me a listen check. Give yourself a penalty die. You are screaming.
Yeah.
As the thing comes at you again.
No, I failed.
Okay. So
Well, yeah, it don't matter what I rolled. So yeah.
The thing. Oh, it's still pitch black. All you're seeing is a dark shape coming at you with eyes. It's coming at you again. Do you want to keep trying to dodge out of the way?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're trying to keep the tree
damn.
between
I
you
still
and
rolled a
it.
fail.
Ooh. All right. You failed. You go around the tree. Unfortunately, it figured out the tactic, and it decided to come around the other side. And it envelops you.
Should have zagged.
It envelops you, woof, and you find yourself face to face with these eyes. Let me check this thing. Oh, actually, yeah. And you realize, yeah, it's grabbing you this round. You can feel something against your chest, like teeth.
Okay.
You think?
Okay.
So, yeah, and you are completely like covered up
Right.
in this thing. It's your turn. You can try to break free if you want to use your strength to try to break free. You can try to make a strength check. You cannot attack while it's got you like this.
Okay. That was
got you too
going to be my
tight.
first question.
It's a strength versus strength for you if you want to try to break free.
Yeah, I'm going to try to break free first.
Okay.
No, holy shit! I rolled a 96.
I got a regular. No, I got a hard success. So yeah, it's got you in a good grip. Your voice is muffled. Did you make that listen check before you got grabbed? With
No,
the penalty die?
but I'm still saying.
It's got
I'm still
me!
screaming.
Okay, I need listen checks from all three of the other ones of you. This will require a penalty die, I'm afraid, because he is pretty muffled. Yeah.
Yeah.
No point in rolling the penalty die. I failed anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, he can't roll much worse. So
Hutton!
What's the penalty die? It's the
You roll the tens die again and take your worst instead of your best.
Oh, either way, it's over.
Okay.
I
Hutton,
failed.
you heard it screaming, and then like someone has grabbed Wabo Cabo by the mouth. And then, Hutton, you're up.
Got cloaked figures forming out of the ground and skulls of fucking Cabo coming.
Being about a madness right now?
You've got light. No, he did not. He did not have a bout of madness.
Not a madness.
Something
It's
else
like-
got him. You don't know what. So you're running after them. You have a light as well.
Yeah. My movement
you-
rate is a 7. I can't keep up.
Are you jogging, or you want to all out sprint in the direction you think Wabo Cabo is?
Because
I
we're
wanna
all going
keep
the
up
same
with
direction.
The other two.
You're gonna do
Sorry.
what? You're keeping up with them.
I'm gonna try to keep up with them
Oh,
as best I can.
Isabella, intelligence check, please, and Loren, intelligence check, please.
I
'Cause I may be going in the. If you're following me, I may be going in the wrong direction.
That was very bad. I got a 98.
That's not a crit fail though. You need 100 for a crit fail. With your intelligence above 50, I'm certain of it. So, Hutton, they're going the
Actually-
wrong way.
My
They're going too far to the right. You think the yelling is directly north of you guys.
Okay, I'm going to sprint ahead of them then.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Heading this
be like,
way.
No, this.
If you want, okay. So there's a mausoleum there, right?
Yeah.
They're going to the right of it. You think you should be on the left of it.
All right.
If you
Yeah.
sprint, you can actually potentially, like, you don't know. you don't know exactly. You know they're not going the right. They're going to see you. You have this bright light in your hand.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. You guys know where each other are.
Wabo's this way.
Okay. Are you sprinting or are you just jogging?
I'm sprinting past them.
Okay.
Not to get like away from them, but like to get in front of them so they see me. I'm like,
Oh, so
Wabo
you go
is this
where
way.
they're going, but then you head off the direction you think you're supposed to be going.
Correct.
Is that okay? And are you gonna just full out run the whole way?
No, I don't want to go up there by myself. I'm just getting
Okay.
ahead of them enough that I can tell them
Okay.
we need to go this way.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's what
we wanna
Hutton
fall-
says.
We want to fall in behind him.
Okay, yeah. You don't know. You thought the noise was here. You can each make another listen check. It's gone pretty quiet. Shaeder and Eldridge can make another listen check. If you succeed,
I do.
then it does definitely sound like some kind of a struggle is happening somewhere back in that direction, the direction that Hutton you think is going. How did you do, Isabella?
83.
83 is not a crit fail. You can't hear him screaming anymore. You don't know where he's going, but it looks like Hutton does at this juncture.
Okay.
He just yelled, "You're going the wrong way. It's this way," and then he takes off a little ahead of you. So he's a
Alright.
little ahead of you, but he doesn't like just keep running. So
go that
Shaeder,
way.
you're at the top of the round.
Well, Mr. Hutton seems to know where he's going better than me, so I will fall in right behind him.
So you're going to fall behind him. Okay. So holding action, whatever. You guys are going to be running together. I'm going to assume that Miss Eldridge is going to join you. Okay.
I'm listening. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Well, follow the man who knows where he's going.
Hopefully. But you guys are still just jogging. You're just going at a jog at this point, right? Hutton, that's kind of leading. That kind of is to you. Once you get them with you, you kind of slow down. Okay. Because you could have like just taken off. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Plan is to get there quickly, but not rush. Open the kind of rush that you can trip or whatnot.
Yeah.
A rapid, cautious approach.
Yeah. Okay. Make me a luck check, Captain Wabo Cabo.
Oh, that's not going to be much better.
I hope you get lucky.
Dead.
No, I failed.
You failed. Okay.
I 57.
Something tries to bite your belly.
I got armor on.
Yes, you do have armor. That's all you can do. You can't fight back. You're pinned.
Right.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
Here's the bite attack. It chomps at your armor. You hear your armor shredding. But I rolled a miss, so you do not take damage this round.
Okay.
Oh my God, where am I? Okay, here I am. And then you're up, Wabo Cabo.
I'm trying to break free.
Oh yeah. Okay.
92. All right, I'm done.
92 is a fail.
Good job.
Okay.
This is like my fifth 90s I've rolled.
No. Blow on your dice. Hutton.
Good job.
No.
Hutton, you're in the lead. Y'all are jogging.
You know what? At this point, I will go a full sprint towards where I think Captain Wabo is.
Okay, yeah. Isabella, I just had you fall in line with them on your turn. Hope that's okay. Okay. And Alonzo and Isabella, you can keep up with him by also sprinting. Rounds and turns get kind of weird when you kind of are running together, and so you all can arrive with the light at the same time. This thing is wrapped around somebody because it is struggling. It appears to be a really big cloak. You can see buttons on the back of it. It is very dark, but it does have a tail. How odd, with a very long, sharp something sticking out the bottom. Yeah, it's wrapped around, and it seems to be struggling with someone. Everybody make me a sanity check. Woo! Everybody gets a good look at it.
Oh, God.
I don't have a good mental image of this.
It's weird. It just looks like a big, heavy cloak wrapped around somebody who's struggling inside it. How do people do sanity-wise?
I missed by 1. Can I spend a coin?
Yes, you can. You do have a coin you can spend. So you can make it. It will cost you 1 point of sanity, Mr. Shaeder. How did Miss Eldridge do?
64.
That's a fail?
So it's against my
sanity.
Overall sanity or current?
No, current sanity.
Current. Always current.
It's always current sanity.
Okay. So my current sanity is 16.
Yeah.
And I got a 64.
So now you lose 3 points of sanity. Not bad enough to make you crazy, but ow, that hurts. Is that 20% of 13? Wait.
I've got 13 now.
Yes,
13. It's 20%. Okay.
13 out of 43.
Yay! You get a lovely mania or something, a phobia or mania or something like that.
Oh my God.
That's indefinite
That's
insanity.
exciting.
That's indefinite insanity. It'll.
Wait. Okay.
It's not going to be like. This is something
that's making me crazy.
You can't tell what it is, but there's somebody. Okay, here's what you got. It's somebody trapped inside a big giant cloak, and the cloak is trying to kill them. A piece of
What is it?
looks like a piece of freaking. It looks like a cloak,
Garment.
like a
garment
garment.
is
Is trying to murder
trying to
someone
murder
who's
someone.
struggling. You can't see him. Do you ever see Invasion of the Body Snatchers? It's like he's in one of the pods.
No,
Okay.
no, I did not see that.
And you recognize Captain Cabo's shiny leather shoes sticking out the
Okay.
bottom.
Look, but
Red.
but
Has some
wait.
red leather boots.
Pick me.
What? Go ahead.
Question.
Yeah.
What this cloak? I just want to know more about it. What does it look like it's made of?
Shadows and darkness and death and destruction and
Okay.
despair. There are
So
several
it looks
buttons
like
down the back,
fabric?
almost.
It
Maybe
has a tail.
Or
it has a
has a
tail. How'd you do, Lauren? Think about that. Think about your phobia or your mania.
I'm just confused about what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't look
Exactly.
like any kind of living creature that you've ever seen.
I want to see an image of this. Like,
All you can see
Like I
is this
do.
thing wrapped around somebody, so you can't see
Okay.
much of it. You know what I mean? Like it
Okay,
looks
okay.
like a big ass cloak
And
wrapped around somebody who's struggling inside of it, and you can all hear, you know. I'm assuming Captain Wabo Cabo's still screaming.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
Sean
will
Arrow,
say this real quick.
before you go crazy.
Josie said she was at
Good girls.
16, and she
And now
lost
13.
3 is not 20% of 16.
Oh, three times 4.
She's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
lost 13
Three
out of
times
43.
5.
You guys,
No,
you
43 is
realize
original.
how fast paced this is right now? Like I cannot keep up with.
That's
math
okay.
and-
So
and
it's
the
not. You
rules
don't
and
contempt.
the-
You don't have a. You don't get an
She
indefinite.
does not have a mania.
Because 3 times 5 is 15, and you had 16. You're just shy. Soon. Okay. Lauren
So I
Hutton,
don't have a
No.
phobia or mania.
you lose
You don't.
4 more points of sanity, Lauren Hutton.
I gain a mania.
Hold on. What?
But I don't. Right? Correct.
You don't.
Correct.
Okay. Dang it! I kind of wanted one. Actually.
Okay.
When do I get one? I want one.
You're gonna get a mania. You don't go temporarily insane. We have to take a break. Everybody go pee or something. Apparently the mail people just left a bunch of boxes for us in the road, so I gotta go deal with this. I'll be back in
Hooray.
5 minutes or less. Okay.
All right, no problem.
Okay.
Take your time.
Okay.
Entertain our. Oh, we ain't got no viewers. Never
Yeah.
mind.
No worries. I've
No,
got so many questions, so many things
No,
to talk about right
Josie,
now. Like,
I was paying attention. You said you were at 16 and you lost 3. That is not 20%.
okay.
I was kind of thinking. I was like, that
And I
doesn't sound right.
did my math because I was at 15. What's 20% of 15?
3,
Don't
4.
even ask
4.
me that.
Yeah.
4.
I would
Yeah.
never know the answer off the top of my head.
Which is why I have a calculator near me, because I'm the same way. That's what I was getting ready to do at one point in time.
Good call.
Like,
Should I
what's
do that
20%?
too? Because
I mean-
I don't.
Well, 20%
No.
of 15 is 3, and I just lost 4.
Right.
I'm about to
Okay.
go crazy.
No,
in the
20
Dreamlands.
Oh yeah, 20% of 15 is. No, it's not. Yeah, it is.
Dude,
Yeah, it
that's
is.
actually
20%
kind of
15
exciting,
is
though.
3.
Yeah, it's 3 is 1/5 of 20. So yes, or 15.
I
Yeah.
hate math. I hate everything about math. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Even simple math.
Dang.
Huh?
Yeah. How well did? Oh wait, no, it didn't. Say, don't forget what happened to the last person that went insane in our group. They died.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
talking about Fernando or
No,
because
no, a different
so.
game. A different game, but still
Yep.
Cthulhu. Last time someone went insane in our group, a player ended up killing him. Killing the person who went insane.
Yeah,
by
but math,
accident. By accident.
well, anything
Kinda.
can happen when you go insane, in theory,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
yeah, kind of beat him to death.
Yeah.
Wow, terrifying. Insanity is terrifying, but that's the
It
whole
was my
point,
brother's
right?
Yeah.
character. All right, let me do this real quick.
So Lauren's going insane, but I'm not. I'm curious how you're gonna go insane.
It'll be, well, I could definitely gain a mania here before too long, but
I could too, apparently. I think. I don't know how this works.
yeah, you're pretty close. But like I said, I've lost 5. I'm
Wait, I lost 6 sanity today, I think.
But you
Okay.
you didn't lose 20% at one time.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, yeah, because I lost
But I
3
thought
earlier
I
from
thought if you
something.
lost so much, like in a rapid
I don't know.
succession, like you'll gain
I don't
some.
remember what the rule is.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I could look it up.
Certain
But
percent, or I thought it was like 5 or 6 points or something
I've
would get
lost
you.
7 since the start of this game.
okay.
Is it about how many sanity points you lose or about the
It's
percentage? Do we
it's
know?
no, it's about well,
I thought it was percentage,
it's the
possibly.
percentage of your current.
But yeah, okay.
Oh my God. Why do they do that? Why do they have to make it so mathy? Blech.
Because it's a role playing
Hate
game.
math. Yeah, but I hate the math part.
And role playing games is how you deal with your own personal trauma with math.
I haven't not even gotten close to dealing with that. I have big trauma when it comes to
Then
math.
you are doing it wrong.
Or not enough.
Yeah,
I haven't done it right yet.
We just started a new D&D campaign, and I'm really hoping I get to mess with all of my other players.
Oh yeah. Are you the DM or
I am
keeper?
not. I'm a player.
Oh, are you gonna
I
be
am-
like that one rogue? Not rogue in terms of class, but like rogue player that
I
does.
am playing a bard, a very sneaky and dishonest evil bard
Hmm.
who appears to be a 12-year-old girl, but is
Interesting.
actually nearly 40 and is a vampire.
Cool. I like that.
And she's
That's
already
cool.
started draining people amongst them.
Was she an energy vampire and she just drains their
Well,
energy by like
the
being
DM for
an
this game, he likes to use Vampire the Masquerade when it comes to
Nice.
3.5 D&D. So we're doing some conversions, and like my character has the ability to see in the dark, but it also makes my eyes glow. So for me to not make my eyes glow, I have to use a little bit of my blood pool. And
Blood
every
pool?
day, yeah, it's like I basically what my constitution score was before I died is how much my blood pool is. And
Sorry about that.
yeah, it
All right.
it got kind of low there for a minute, and she had to drain some NPCs.
Is it like your energy? Is it like an energy
Essentially,
within
it's like
you that
energy.
you
It's like a
deplete
mana pool.
based on like you drain people and you get it back, like life force
Yes.
kind of?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Let's get back to it.
Interesting.
Yep.
Where the fuck even was I?
No worries. We're entertaining people.
Yep.
I can't remember who went
Fine.
last, if it was the Cloaker or Wabo Cabo trying to break free. But since Frog Dog's not here,
No idea.
we're going to move
We
on.
were talking about sanity and trying to figure out like
That's okay.
going insane and who's not.
He didn't go temporarily insane or have a bout of madness, so he's fine for the moment. We'll deal with his indefinite insanity later. Hutton, you're up then. So I'm going to say, hey, Captain Wabo. Let's give Aaron a chance real quick. Did you go, Captain Wabo, this round, do you think? Did you try to escape again?
I tried to escape.
Yeah, okay, so it is
If
Hutton's
it's
turn.
It's round number 2.
Yeah, it's still the same round. So,
Okay.
Hutton. Yeah,
I'm
this
not
thing
going
is
to
around
join
Wabo
what
Cabo.
I think is Wabo. I am going to charge forward and try to slash it across what appears to be its back.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
And I failed.
And you failed. Okay. It can't really dodge. However, the tail whips up, and it looks kind of menacing to you. Interesting. And then Mr. Rascal, you hear a roar. Not a roar, but and out of nowhere, like maybe from up in the tree, Mr. Rascal comes flying, and attacks this thing. Oh, he doesn't do much damage. There we go.
We've got claws and teeth
Yeah.
and
His
the
claws
element
will
of
do-
surprise. I think.
A cat's claws do more damage than their teeth.
He grabs onto it, but it doesn't look like he actually cuts it. He's scratching at it without actually injuring it. Alonzo
What
Shaeder.
is it?
Yep.
The
Okay,
it
so
you're talking
this thing
The
looks
it.
like it has somebody wrapped up inside it.
Yes, you recognize Captain
Which I'm
Wabo
guessing
Cabo's
is the captain.
boots. Yeah, and you can hear him.
Okay.
Get me out of here! Come on. Oh my God, Christy, drive me crazy. Oh, you douchebag.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
wrong.
Well,
I have
I'm gonna. The crossbow won't do me much good, so it's the sword. So using basically a kind of carving stroke. So I either attempt to cut the tail, or cut it in a way that won't harm him.
So you're cutting the tail. You're attacking
Slash.
the tail.
Yeah, he's slashing.
Gotcha. Go ahead, make a roll.
Yeah. If I can get the tail, so much the better, because I know that's not wrapped around Wabo Cabo's body. And that is a hard success.
Nice.
Hard success. Yeah, roll me damage.
Okay.
Hit points.
Let's see.
1d8
Yeah.
or 1d6. I don't know what your knife or whatever type of damage it does, but
D8 plus 1 is what it is.
Nice. Plus
Okay.
any damage bonus if you have one.
So 2 plus 1 is 3.
3 points of damage.
do you have any damage bonus in your build at
You
all? Or
cut.
no?
You cut it. It does seem to bleed. So yeah. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Miss Eldridge,
There is that.
what do you want to do?
Can I either do like a natural world or spot hidden to understand what, like, also what do I see? And
it is
should I
something
spend time
wrapped
on that?
around Captain Wabo Cabo, and you can't tell what it is because you've never seen anything like this in your life.
Yeah, it's like a
Does
garment.
it have a body? I mean,
Nope.
it has a tail.
Yeah,
It doesn't
has-
seem to. It's all
it
wrapped
has
around
Wabo-
him.
It has the captain's body
Okay.
in it.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
You can
All
see
right,
his boots
all right.
sticking out
I'm
the
sorry,
bottom.
I know.
I'm just trying to get a sense of what I'm looking at, but it's hard to.
It's-
It is.
Okay.
It should be because whatever the hell
Okay.
this is, it's not a natural thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, got you.
The captain
So
looks
I
like
ca-
he's being
so-
attacked by a blanket.
It does kind of look that way.
So it wouldn't be advantageous to like take a second to think about the natural world or like.
No, you don't know what the
Okay.
hell that is. It
All
doesn't
right.
look natural at all. It's some kind of ghost or shadow person. You were thinking about that earlier. Maybe it's a shadow thing. You don't
Okay.
know. So
All right,
It can bleed. It can bleed.
you did see blood come from
I
where
see it bleed. Okay,
Shaeder
great.
slashed at it with his like saber.
great. Okay,
So what do you
I'm
wanna
gonna get
do?
my rapier out.
Okay, you
And-
draw. And what? You need to tell me what you're doing.
Trying
Are
to
you-
something attack it.
There you go.
You're stabbing it.
You're
Okay, that's
You're
all I
just-
need.
Six.
Yep.
It's a fail anyway.
Okay, you stab
Um,
at it, but your sword just skitters off the outside. It's not a good hit,
Yeah.
and you don't see any blood or anything from that.
Yeah, I don't hit it. I miss.
The creature lets loose of Captain Wabo Cabo. It gives a little one of these kind of things, like this, and you go flopping back and you slam against the tree.
He's taking it. Well, okay. And then.
It hurt. That's
Say-
oh.
Well, it's like. As soon as he's free, he's like takes a deep breath and then he hits the tree and now he's exhales again.
Yes, and now he can't breathe again. And
Yeah.
you can see it more clearly. Captain Wabo Cabo, you get your first good look. What?
No, I don't want a first good look.
So give me a sanity check for seeing this thing. All you saw before was a shadow. This is worse.
69 is a fail.
What is it?
Yes.
At least I didn't roll in the 90s this time.
4 points of sanity. God damn it, I can't quite hit 5.
All right, I'm up to 9 sanity loss for like just being in this graveyard, or just tonight. I don't know if that. I don't know if that matters for anything.
Just tonight. It's within an hour. You haven't been someplace safe. 9 out of what?
60 total.
9 out of 60. 1/5 of 60. 60 divided by 5 is 12.
Oh,
it's 12.
Okay.
You have to hit 12 before you go. Before things turn horribly wrong.
3 more points.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. So what you all actually get a good glimpse of now.
I'm okay with missing spot checks in this game sometimes.
You don't get a spot check, not when it. It's right there. Here you go.
Spot hidden. But yeah.
Gaming text, Down Darker Trails is a good view of the thing.
Finally.
I had a feeling I saw the name of it. So
it moves back from Captain Wabo Cabo, shrugs and knocks Mr. Rascal off the side. He didn't have a good grip anyway, and flaps into the fog and the darkness.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is kind of what I was picturing, actually. Sort of.
Yeah.
Then you knew. You knew the whole time. You're just trying to test me. I see how it is.
Can we follow it?
I was trying to see if I was right or not, and
yeah, you can follow it.
I guess.
I keep the light shining on it and follow it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it is moving. Actually, fairly slowly, but it is gaining altitude. You don't have any trouble keeping up with it, but you are losing sight of it in the fog. You're not able to see it clearly.
Can I get a shot?
Your crossbow bolt fell out of your crossbow at some point. There's no way you could hold a light in one hand and a sword in another hand and not have.
No, I put the crossbow down.
Where did you put it down?
What's that? When I changed to the sword, remember?
Oh, okay. It's back that way then. Okay, yeah. You can get to your crossbow. Give me a luck check. You can have a shot at it if you make a luck check before it is out of sight. But I thought you were running after it.
I was unless I realize it's going up, in which case I will change plans.
It was definitely going up. Yes. Okay, so you run towards it, see it's going up, run back.
You gotta roll a 100, Kevin.
I'm working on it.
You can,
Hang on,
and you're grabbing the crossbow and throwing the. You've got a bolt in it. You dropped it. You just dropped it there. Right. Okay.
Failed on the luck check though. I won't get back there in time to get a shot.
No, the luck check was to see. Wait.
If the bolt was still in the crossbow.
The luck check for?
Oh, luck was. Can I get back to the crossbow, grab it, and get a shot before it raises beyond where I can see it?
Oh, that was the luck check. That is the luck check to see if
flying away and is now lost in the fog.
Yes, because it is very foggy. The lightning storm is also coming closer. By the way, it'll probably be raining shortly. Does anybody else want to do anything while this thing is still in sight?
In game or out of game?
In game, everything is always in game.
I thought you meant you had a lightning storm.
I'm trying to gather.
Oh no! I thought when I asked the question, I asked,
Sorry.
Does anybody want to do anything before in a few moments before Alonzo runs back to the crossbow and takes a shot and misses? That's what I thought you were answering me, in game or out of game. That's okay. That's okay. Misunderstanding. Do you want to do anything?
Kitty.
Do you want to do anything, Miss Isabella Eldridge, in the time where it's trying to fly, where it's flying away?
Want to throw your rapier at it or whatever?
Throw a rapier.
I don't have a ranged weapon.
That's a terrible idea.
What can I do?
I'm just
anything
saying,
you want.
There's options.
Throw a rock at it? I mean, like.
Okay. Is there anything you want to try to do?
Right?
It's flying away. It's going to disappear into the fog momentarily. You have an opportunity to do something.
Good.
Good. Okay. Good. Get out of here. Go away.
I don't know. Are we running? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I
Pay
got
attention.
distracted by my cat.
No pain. Getting distracted. Alonzo started to run after it, realized it, and then suddenly turned back, ran to his crossbow. So you have time to do something as he's getting his crossbow back and taking a shot. That's all I'm saying. Ooh, are you still with us?
Okay, I just don't have anything like.
If you can't
What
think of
can
anything to
I don't
do,
know.
if you can't think of anything to do, you don't have to do anything. I'm just asking if you want to do something.
If you could think of something, then you could do it.
I could try a dreaming to make a fireball if that's feasible at all.
No.
Not really. You've never seen a fireball. There's no
Okay.
concept of like a fireball outside of D&D. So,
I'm good. I'll just do whatever everybody
Okay.
else is doing for now.
Wabo Cabo,
No.
what are you doing?
He's gathering himself. He's taking a breath, and then probably watching it fly away for a moment. And
Glad it's gone.
yeah,
Hutton,
looking at his armor for a second.
your armor's pretty fucked up. It's going to
Yeah.
be down to a 1d2 for protection for you now.
Oh no, the padding's all gone.
Oh no, you have to get more armor. Loren Hutton, anything you want to do around the same time Shaeder's taking a shot at it?
I would like to try to make a net appear above the thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. A couple points. Wait, how big is this thing? Hold on. That's going to be the cost, dude. Ooh, it's big. It is very big. Give me a moment. This is too big for my math head to be able to do at the moment.
I'm doing it regardless, so.
No, you're not. You're going to do it regardless. 26 points of magic is what it will cost you. It's big. You've never made anything this big before.
Oh, this thing's big.
It is very. it was totally wrapped around Captain Wabo Cabo. You could just see his boots sticking out underneath it. So I'm going to allow you to rethink that because that'll kill you.
Kill me. But I rolled a 13.
I know, it's a shame.
It was a hard success.
You should have just made a piano appear above it or something.
Yeah. It was a nice try.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to make a. You think about making a net, and you realize
That's
that's a lot. That's a lot, a lot, and then it disappears into the fog, flapping slowly. Okay, you've got several lights. The area is lit up.
And we hear it flapping.
Slightly, yes. Well, make listen checks. I'm gonna have to ask for a listen check.
Determine which way it's going by listening. I cannot.
Okay. Yeah, the fog is weird. Is it to your left? No. Wait. No, that's just the wind. Is it going to rain? Lauren, you have an idea that it's somewhere in the direction to the... You guys are at the tree in the northeast side of the cemetery.
I rolled a hard success on my list.
Are you actually listening? You guys...
Yeah.
Alonzo
right.
was like trying to figure out where it is, and the rest of you might not be, is all I'm saying.
Right. I know what you're saying.
Captain Cabo is a little bit traumatized from this thing that and he's like, So I'm just saying, just because somebody wants to make a roll doesn't mean everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
So Hutton, were you listening? Were you trying to hear where it was?
I wasn't. I'm actually trying to watch it.
Okay, yeah, and it kind of disappeared.
Are we trying to kill it, or are we actually trying to kill it, or are we trying to like get away from it? What's our goal? Is that clear?
No one has explained.
We are very much seeking to kill it.
To kill it? Okay.
Yes.
It flies. I mean, the only person with a ranged weapon, well, I mean, Alonzo has the crossbow, but didn't you break your bow? Fucking keep wanting to call you Fernando.
Reminding me. Maybe my men have found it already, but
maybe it'll land again.
Speaking of,
you see
there's a lantern coming your way through the graveyard, and you hear calls of Captain.
Yes, over here.
And after a moment,
do they have bows? I say to him.
you have time to talk before they arrive. So yeah.
Do
He,
they
she
have
has,
bows?
yeah.
Do they have
No. No, they don't.
any weapons? Okay, I don't. Are we even trying to kill it, or are we? Should we just
It's
run away? I don't
murdering
know what
people in the town.
Yes, we are trying to kill it. We've established that.
we're really
Is-
trying
is
to.
It's
how.
leaving,
I don't know. I just
it's
feel.
leaving villagers down to the bone. And no one's helping out in this town,
I'm just-
and that's why we think fixing
these-
this problem will help us help them be more friendly to us.
What are these? What does the guy with the lantern have to say?
Oh, they've arrived. It's the three. It's
suppose.
the three sailors.
Okay.
Cutlasses in hand, looking around, terrified.
Where were you in all of this? I nearly died.
You told us to wait at the gate.
Did I?
We came as soon as we heard the screaming. Was that you, Captain? It sounded like you. That's dirt. That sounds just like you.
Did you bring my bow?
Do you remember? Yeah.
What's left of it?
Babuzu's got it. You. That's. I recognized you screaming from that time in that house. That the house of. He looks at Miss Eldridge, ill repute. When you got in trouble and you got pinched.
I know what happened.
Sorry.
Suppose it lives somewhere around here. If such a thing has a residence.
Well, if I was a
Or if
creature
even
like that,
this realm.
how I would sleep during the day is I'd have to sleep on something that was the same size as me, wouldn't I?
Did that large statue have a cloak or a robe or any such thing when we saw it in the
That's
daytime?
kind of what I was thinking.
No.
It
It was in
didn't.
like a. It wasn't like angelic robes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you look at the picture, it's in either some kind of a toga or some kind of like robes, but they appear to be made of marble.
Let's go have a look at that statue
Okay.
and see if it's
I
still dressed
still
the
do
same
want to
way.
check the statue out regardless, because I'm thinking it has to have slept there during the day. That's what I think right now.
You know,
Okay.
the last time we went towards that statue, the freaking skull showed up.
Yeah. And what's the relation between the skull and the cloak thing?
They're all creepy.
Yeah?
That is,
Perhaps they're from
is-
another realm. They're ghostly for sure.
I'll tell you this right now. If I was not trying to
Wish-
find the Wizard Wilkes, I would wake myself up right now.
Oh, so you think the rest of us should? Well,
Please
Alonzo
don't
and
leave
I.
me in the Dreamlands alone with that thing.
No, we
Oh,
said we were going
well.
to do this. We're going to do this. So
No worries, I won't.
for the statue, then.
I'm here. I'm
All
here
of-
for you.
All of the things.
Why do I keep?
Oh wait, no, never mind,
Lorenzo.
never mind. He's not talking.
Oh,
Too many locals around. Ew.
I'm waiting to hear this cat
No,
talk.
no. It's yeah.
I'm waiting for it.
Okay, so you guys are heading
Is
for
the
the
statue
statue.
still
Is that
dressed
what you
good?
want to do?
Yeah, is it still dressed the
Yeah.
same way we saw it before?
Yes, you can find it pretty easily. Once you see the tree, it's a good landmark. You know where you're going.
Not poking at it with my knife. I'm just
statue?
jabbing at it. Yeah, at the statue, all over it.
Yeah, tink. It's marble.
Okay.
Unless you're really trying, you're not gonna be able to damage it. But yeah, it's definitely like super solid. You know what I mean?
I'm
And it looks
saying- I'm
just the
doing
same
it
as
hard-
before.
Yes, I'm doing it hard enough. I think that if something was living on it, it would at least flinch or move or do something to my.
You're giving it good
Blow.
chunks. Isabella,
Well-
something taps you in the leg again.
I look down. Is it?
Mr. Rascal is
Is
sitting
it
there.
feline?
Yeah, he's sitting by you,
Ah.
right next to you, just sitting on the ground.
I
He
pet him,
looks up at you.
and
He grabs your
I say-
he grabs your hand as you pet him, and he kind of pulls on it.
oh, okay. Mr. Rascal, what?
He does like this.
Pick him up. Pick him up.
Are there
Shush.
are there sailors around me?
The sailors are watching Captain Wabo Cabo attack the statue.
Okay.
Alonzo and Loren can
So-
make a spot hidden if they want to note this little thing that's happening with Miss Isabella and Mr. Rascal. Otherwise, I'm assuming you're keeping a
So
lookout
only
in case this thing comes back.
Yeah, look at
Holy
that.
So only
shit.
our party is noticing.
How'd he do?
I
He
spend
rolled
my
a one.
one.
A 101? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
01.
Alonzo, you're on the opposite side of the statue. So you're looking at Wabo Cabo, and you can directly see Miss Eldridge. And the cat is like motioning her.
Okay. I will actually then say out loud, pick up the cat.
Say what?
Pick up the cat.
Oh.
The cat. Lift the cat.
Are we even in? Where is he? Pick him up?
Pick up
Why?
the cat.
He's
Okay.
all the way across on the other side of the statue.
How would I hear you?
Pick up the cat.
Well, he just said it. He
I
says
wouldn't
it.
be able to hear him, right?
No, he
Pick
says it
up
loud
the
enough.
cat.
He says it loud enough for you to
Okay.
hear him.
Okay,
Obviously.
okay. I
He's-
pick up the cat.
Okay,
I
yeah.
guess.
So Mr. Rascal kind of like hugs you. You know how a cat will come up and he whispers in your ear.
Oh yeah.
And he says, all of the things that you have seen were black,
Oh,
like shadows.
thank you.
And then he
now
jumps-
I understand.
Then he jumps down. The sailors aren't really paying
Black
attention.
like shadow.
They were looking at Alonzo, and then they kind of glanced your way, and it's like they don't really seem to care if you have a cat or not. And Hutton, you kind of noticed this exchange as well.
Yeah.
Alonzo, you noticed the cat talked to her. You've seen the cat talk before. I mean, with an 01, you don't know what he said, but you know he did say something specifically to her.
Yeah, well, I realized he had something to say, which was like, pick up the cat.
And then
It
he hops
didn't seem
down.
obvious.
And then
The way you
he
described it didn't seem obvious. I was
he-
like, what?
he hops down after he tells you that, back down to the ground, and starts doing that, cleaning himself. But you notice his eyes are keeping a lookout.
He does the weird
Okay,
one
I'm
leg
sorry.
stretch thing.
No,
Starts
just-
licking himself. Oh.
No.
just doing that.
He's licking his little paw or
Yes,
whatever.
I
Can you repeat exactly what he said to me?
he
Real
said
quick.
that the shadow, that all of the things that you've seen, that he has seen so far, have been black. And you mentioned shadows or something before. No, you didn't
Okay,
mention that.
that's it.
But he does say they were all black.
Black like shadows or something. Okay, that's it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's it.
that's not that helpful.
Well,
Yeah, I
it
looked
is
at
what it
him
isn't.
a bit. I look at him a bit quizzically, and I'm just kind of quiet and pondering for a minute.
Okay.
I'm just like thinking about it, thinking about what he said, and yeah, my ears are turning.
There's that noise again.
That's a different one. You've not heard this one
Oh, that's a
before.
different one?
Yeah, there's some kind of weird long moan that seems to creep
Where
through
did
the
that come from?
cemetery. You're not sure. Everywhere and nowhere.
Gotcha. It's coming
Like
from the fog.
echoey.
Mm-hmm. It's coming out of the fog somewhere. You're pretty convinced this thing is not going
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just a
after-
statue.
Gotcha. Yeah.
As
I
high
look
as you
at
can reach.
All
Mr.
right.
Rascal, and that happens. I look at Mr. Rascal
Well,
questioningly.
does anyone else have
like,
any
"Do you
ideas?
have
It's
any
clearly
idea
not.
what-"
It's not. It's clearly
looking
not
around.
here.
You know,
There's
Does
something
Mr.
here.
Rascal say anything?
Nope. He doesn't say a thing.
No.
Does he look alarmed? Like,
Yeah, he looks alarmed. He's looking around when the moan happened. He's looking around, but it's
ears back?
it's
airplane
coming from all over the place because it's bouncing off the fog and it's hard to determine which direction. It's just a moan as well.
And when you're in a cemetery, it's foggy at night. There's a thunderstorm off in the
Yeah,
distance.
it's coming. That thunderstorm's getting closer.
Yeah, I'm gonna shudder. She'll shudder. She's definitely got a chill up her spine kind of situation going on. Looking around, trying to find anything that I can see that made that sound. You
You
know,
don't see
Well,
anything.
do we want to
It
leave
obviously wasn't very
here
close.
then
Uh,
and come back tomorrow night?
I feel like leaving. Although we were gonna kill that thing. I don't know where
see
it
what
went.
Coming back
I'm not
tomorrow
sure
is
what
going
to
to do any
do.
good. We need to find it while we're here.
Well, does anyone have any idea where to look for it? I'm all out of ideas. I can't think of anything.
Perhaps
else.
on a less foggy night. It's very foggy. I don't know. How do you suggest, Alonzo? How do you
know-
suggest that we kill this thing? I am not sure.
I cut it and it bled, so we can kill it. The question is finding it.
Question is, will it kill us first?
Well, that's the issue with every battle, isn't it?
All right. All right. I got an idea.
Where is it?
I think I know how we can get it to come to us. We just gotta douse all the light. That's when it attacked me. I was out alone in the darkness. If you want to find it fast, the best thing we can do is douse the light.
You know what?
No, I think we should leave.
You may well be right.
I don't feel good about this. I don't feel like we're prepared. I feel like we could prepare a lot more for this sort of thing now that we have a sense of what it is.
Well, then
we want to kill it, don't
we? We do.
To
then,
save our lives?
I suggest that you choose one of the sailors for company and take yourself back to town.
Me?
Clearly, you don't want to be here. That's clear. And there's no obligation
I don't want
to
die.
Here.
It's not that I don't want to help. I just don't want to die.
We decided to do this to see it through. Do I want to be here? No. Does that matter? Also,
I
no.
didn't really, but
I like the captain's plan. I agree with it. Made possible by the fact that we have lights that can be instantly brought back to use.
What Captain Wabo Cabo is saying, and with the facts we have, it's the most logical thing to do.
Now, Captain, what is your plan exactly?
Draw the light.
Douse the lights.
We douse the lights.
That's it?
If it attacks, we turn the lights back on quickly.
It will come to us, apparently.
Only one step?
That's
a one-step plan?
Unless you have a better idea.
The fewer moving parts the plan has, the better it is.
Have you lost your mind?
Oh, that's been gone a long time ago.
Gentlemen, if you would be so kind as to put the lanterns out, Miss Eldridge, if you wish to leave, now is the time.
I don't recommend it.
The sailors look at Captain Wabo Cabo. Like,
douse the light. He just says, douse the light.
One of them has a light. Miss Eldridge has the other lantern. She's holding the other lantern. The sailors look very nervous.
I take my lantern and I hold it up to my chest so as not to hurt myself. I hold it close to me.
You can't really hold it too close. You can hold it like this, just away from you.
Yeah, I can to me, away from them.
Put the lantern out, please.
I want to keep it lit.
Well, if you're going to keep it lit, then I suggest you move to a distance.
Or cover it.
I think that's what she's saying she's trying to do.
No, she's not.
Okay.
She's not saying that. She's keeping the lantern lit and keeping it away from you guys, is what I'm hearing. Is that correct? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I am resisting their plan because I think it sounds crazy.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to explain yourself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I already have. It's clear. My intention is clear. I think this plan is insane, and I don't think it will work, and I think it will get you all killed. And I think
your objections have been noted.
I don't think any of us disagree with you.
I roll the biggest eye roll of all time. I don't know if anyone can see it in the dark, but I still do.
I'm going to go in this direction. I pick a direction.
Okay. Which direction you want to go? You guys are at the statue, so you can...
Doesn't matter.
But I need to know. You need to decide. North, south, east, west?
West is fine.
West is fine. Okay.
I suggest if Miss Eldridge wishes to remain by the light, then some of us also choose a different direction. And whoever attracts it should draw the others to it. As soon as it appears, we resume the lights.
Why are we doing this all tonight? Why don't we just wait one day and prepare better for tomorrow night?
You're walking away, okay.
I'm reaching out to...
Shaeder's just walking into the darkness, into the fog.
I'm reaching out to Captain Wabo Cabo.
The rain starts to fall.
Oh my god.
And I'm handing him the orb light that I created.
Okay. And I'll tuck it under my jacket for the time being.
I'm going to stick with Miss Eldridge just for safety. for her.
Thank you. At least someone's
Okay.
on my side. Ugh.
Scream loud if you need more help.
I
That's
did
the
last
plan.
time,
Yep.
and I step out into the away
then.
from the statue. Well,
And
I'll
as
go
we walk,
east.
yeah. Okay.
I'll go east.
As I walk away, I'm looking at Mr. Rascal.
So good.
This is not the Wizard Wilkes, right?
He stops cleaning himself, and he kind of shrugs.
Really?
There's no locals around anymore.
Oh, did you take your men, Captain Wabo Cabo?
Well, if they, yeah, I will
And I'm sorry, which
Oh,
direction
retro.
did you head?
east.
You
Away.
headed
Don't-
away from
the
opposite of Shaeder, but you've
Don't,
got
don't go east. Go either north or south.
no. You've already walked away, and he made this decision after you left because there was more conversation.
Okay.
So
yeah, good point.
he heads the opposite direction. Are you taking your men with you?
Yeah, he'll take his men with him.
Okay.
Especially after last.
And you've
time.
got the light, but it's in your pocket or something, so it's dull.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Or I might take it till we're kind of we'll say like 30 yards or so away from the statue, and then I'll douse the
30
light.
yards.
I figured that's still within.
No, that's all the way to the fence, dude. That
Oh,
scale is
okay.
30 feet. The cemetery isn't like a football field. It's big, but it's not like that big.
Okay, then I'll say 15. Well,
Yeah,
I want to
okay.
go at least halfway then in between.
Yeah, I didn't go all that far, to be honest.
So you guys see him walk down the hill.
Also, the saber held close to my body.
Okay.
So if the thing tries to wrap itself around me,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be eating the point of that.
Maybe. Hutton and Isabella, and Mr. Rascal are still at the statue. The lantern is still lit. Hutton does not have a light source, correct?
correct.
Alonzo's is in his left pocket?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
I'm right-handed.
Right. Your saber's in the other pocket, close to your body.
Mhm.
Okay, go ahead. You two are still at the statue.
Do we know, is it like midnight? Do we have a sense of like how late at night it is now?
Not really.
Or
You're not
middle
sure how
of the
long.
night? Just
No, you do not. You have nothing.
Yeah. And I
There's
asked,
no.
You reached
Mr.
them
Rask.
about an hour after it actually got dark, you think.
okay, so it's
You
the
don't know
beginning
how.
of night, sort of.
You don't know how. Yeah, you don't know how much time has passed exactly. It doesn't seem like a lot of time has passed.
Okay,
and
a lot
Mr.
of night
Rascal,
left.
yeah.
All right.
Mr. Rascal, this is not the doings of the Wizard Wilkes, you think?
No, he shakes his head. Oh, who does anybody have points in either Yeah, give me Dream Lore or Cthulhu Mythos, whichever you wish.
Oh.
Nothing,
Technically,
Yeah.
Cthulhu Mythos is a little bit better.
Why?
nothing here.
Captain Wabo Cabo
Right.
hasn't encountered a lot of weird stuff. He's pretty much
Right.
just traded.
I mean,
I could try. Oh wait, you said Cthulhu Mythos, yeah,
Or Dream
so no,
Lore.
that's it.
Are
Well,
there
and
at
Dream
least
Lore is no.
19 coins in play?
There are not. I don't believe Mr. Shaeder has any Cthulhu Mythos yet, does he?
I do not know.
What about Eldridge?
11.
11 Cthulhu Mythos?
I can roll if it's roll or don't roll.
Yeah,
I don't
It's
need
just
it.
all it
Please
is
do.
do you recognize this thing? Is there any kind of
I
like
Why not?
recognition? I mean,
Good
it was
shot. Oh no.
okay. That's fair.
Nope.
No, you've never read about any of this or anything like this, so. Yeah, I was
If
just
it
throwing it
was a
out there.
cult, I would have a lot of.
No, it's definitely not. Okay, so Miss Eldridge and Loren Hutton are still there, with the lantern lit. You can still see Wabo. Basically, this is the top of a hill, and Shaeder went down one side, Wabo Cabo went down another. You can still see Wabo Cabo's light at this juncture. You haven't
Like I
reached
said,
their
what-
spot
what-
yet. Yeah, you haven't reached that spot
Okay,
quite
okay.
yet.
By
Or
the way,
even
the
like
spot,
at the bottom of the hill. I think the bottom of the hill might be a good
the spot I'm going to pick
Mm-hmm.
is there a mausoleum or a larger structure that I can find nearby?
You're very quickly in darkness, so make me a luck check.
Well, I'm going to keep the light going until I've picked my position.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you immediately doused your light. Yeah. You pretty soon see the mausoleum on the west side of the cemetery.
Okay. I'm going to position myself with my back to it.
Where do you want to be by the doors, or do you want to be by a wall, or does it
Wall
matter?
is fine.
The
A
doors.
wall's fine.
A wall.
wall.
Okay, so the nearest the wall that's there's a wall facing kind of eastward. Yes, you can position yourself there.
But I'm harder to enwrap
Mm-hmm.
next to a structure.
Maybe.
Yeah. Or is it
You-
against the structure right now?
I don't know.
Right.
Anyway, and then once I'm in position is when I will turn the light off.
Okay. So the two of you notice both lights go out about the same time. There's probably like 4 or 5 second difference. Down towards the west, you can see Shaeder by one of the mausoleums, and then it goes black. Well, shit, no, fog. No, you can see the light down in that area, and then it goes dark. In the opposite direction, a little further away, Captain Wabo Cabo's light then goes dark, leaving your light the only one in the cemetery. Actually,
So
I hear
our working
whimpering.
theory, our working theory is that if the lights go out, it attracts this thing.
I don't know. What is
Correct?
it? I don't
Is that
know.
what we were?
Are
I
you
don't
saying
know.
that out loud?
Okay. Yes, I'll
I
say
don't
that
know.
out loud.
I kind of think that's what Mr. Shaeder and the captain are going with. That
So they
Captain
think that
Wabo Cabo was attacked when he didn't have any light. So therefore, it should
Okay.
attack again
So, like-
with no light.
like the Frizzies, how
Yeah,
they turn to demons in the dark. Basically,
yeah.
we're
Something.
operating on that
I
assumption.
guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess maybe in the Dreamlands,
So-
things become evil in the dark.
So then light would keep us safe. So should we keep the light on for now? At least so that
The
I
fact
feel
that you're
like-
now questioning it makes me worry that, like, because you were very much against dousing it before, and now you're like, hey, let's do it.
no, I that's absolutely not. I was saying the opposite of that. I'm just making sure we're on the same page of what our theory is in terms of how this works. Do you feel like we're safe in the light? Because that's what my assumption is.
Just as she
I-
says that, out of the darkness comes the thing.
Can't respond. Come on.
No, because you said this, and here it comes. Make sanity checks. Don't.
I'm going insane.
Is everybody? Where is it?
No.
I'll see it.
God.
You can't. There's too much fog.
Oh my god!
It went for the people with the light. That's weird.
Ah! I got a 78.
Lose 2
Jesus
points of
Christ.
sanity, Miss Eldridge. Hutton.
Yep, I failed.
Lose a point of
What?
sanity. Hutton.
2 for me. Damn it. Oh my god, I'm about to die. I mean, mentally.
It comes at the two of you. It's just blackness. It looks a lot blacker than it did before. And as it reaches you, because you're standing relatively close together, it flies right directly at you, and then just kind of fades away.
How close does it get before it fades away?
Put out your lights!
It's not. Their lights are out, dude. Their lights went out a little while
Well, I
ago.
meant, or I should say, pull out your lights.
Oh,
Pull out your lights!
put out your lights. It hit you. It came right in, and all of a sudden it like faded away as it struck you.
Right-
You know what I mean? You
right
never
in
felt a
front of your
thing.
face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a
no,
mist? What
like
did
it
it
went,
feel like?
it went through you. It didn't feel like anything.
Okay, he said pull out
Was
your
it
light.
cold? Was
Yeah,
it-
he yelled,
did it
"Pull
have-
out your light!"
sense?
It didn't feel like anything. It
That's what he
just,
said.
it
Yeah,
felt
I-
like it went through you, and then it was gone. And Hutton screamed, "Pull out your lights!" Both of you are shaken, obviously, from the sanity losses.
Our light is still lit
Mhm.
right now?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
So yeah, I pull out my orb and I start running towards them then, because I'm assuming this thing is attacking them now for some odd reason. But
You pull out your orb. There is
Loren's orb. Yeah.
you're all heading up the hill, and you see a man sitting on the ground, leaning up against one of the gravestones. As you light your light, he looks like he's completely naked. He's wearing a tattered cloak, and he's like going, I don't know, sometimes. Alonzo. So think about this for a moment, Captain Wabo Cabo. Alonzo,
Thank you.
You heard pull out your lights. What do you
Which
do?
I did.
Okay, so
I
you
take
pull out
the
your
light
light, and you can
and I
still
make
see a
my way-
light up there, up the
I'm
hill.
making my way back to where Hutton is.
Okay, running, walking, jogging. What kind of just?
And double time.
Okay, double time. So you're going to be getting there very quickly because the hill is closer to this side of the cemetery than the other side.
Yeah. I assume he's being attacked is why he would be.
Yeah,
doing
you
that,
run.
so
You get up there fairly
there.
in haste.
Yeah.
And you find Miss
Assuming that I made
Eldridge
it.
and Mr. Hutton are both there.
But not the
They
creature.
they're white faced. They both look very nervous.
Did you see it?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it flew right at us and right through us. It doesn't care if you got light or not. Maybe the light kept it from attacking.
It's well lit right now with Alonzo's light added to your own.
Hyperventilating.
You're hyperventilating. You're just like, okay.
But it went
thought that-
right through
Yeah.
us.
Freaking
I
out.
thought the captain's plan was a good one. It dematerialized. It can do that.
What?
What? That's a great answer.
It looks like it flew right through us, and I didn't feel anything. Did you feel anything? Looking at Miss Eldridge.
Isabella.
Oh, no, just terror. Or were you
Okay, I
talking
felt
to
that
me?
too. I felt that.
I cut it, but it can also dematerialize at will. I'm running out of options here.
Well, maybe it dematerializes with light.
Who are you?
It came
I'm
right at
drawing
us,
my
though.
knife.
That also makes a
Came
certain
right
sense.
at us.
It's.
I mean, after all, it
I
never
don't think
strikes
a
in the
knife does
daytime.
any good.
I mean, it looks.
What we
It's
need
disappointing.
is some salt and some herbs and some quartz and
Perhaps we can
some
even
I don't know what
else.
trap it with light.
Let's jump to Captain Wabo Cabo. Perhaps we can trap it with
Trap it?
light. Was the last thing that was said. You draw your knife. You say, "Who are you?"
Yep.
And
exactly.
the man looks at you, and then he snarls, "Ah!" And then he turns and he climbs up on top of the tombstone, and he's got something in his hand. It looks like a hickory switch. It looks like just
I know
a
you're
narrow
saying.
stick. He jumps up, and then he kind of grabs the edge of this ragged cloak, and he jumps off at you. And when he gets close, he whips at you with the hickory stick, and it stings.
Yeah, it's just like my Nana used to do.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. It's a willow switch, is what it says here. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna punch him right now.
Oh God. Okay, make a roll to hit. He doesn't try to dodge or anything. He's like, "Arr, arr, arr."
What's my fighting brawl?
If you
I
make a
failed.
hit, you fail.
I failed.
You
Yeah.
give him a glancing blow to the face, and he's like, "Oh!" And
Oh, did I hit him actually?
well, you don't do any damage. You know what I mean? But
know.
you did like this with your left hand, and you kind of caught him a glancing blow, and he goes, "Ah!" And then he takes off running away from you with the hickory switch. After him.
I'm motioning him, and I'm also following because I realize I have
Okay.
a light as well. So
As you guys are having this conversation at the top of the hill, you see the light down there is heading through the fog. You can't quite make out what's going on, but they appear to be running across the graveyard.
I was trying to be loud enough where they might hear at least a commotion.
Oh, they do. You did. You heard a commotion.
Okay.
It didn't last but a few seconds before this guy ran away.
Well, the captain's last plan didn't work. Let's see what he's up to now.
What is he up to? You can't actually see any details because of the freaking fog, but you can see the captain's party, and your light is actually enough so that it's still illuminating this guy. Whoever he is, he's an old man. He looks like he's really old. Not very attractive. Obviously, he's buck naked except for this cloak, and running away from you. What's his speed? What's your speed? You got
7.
Yeah.
7.
You can easily keep up with him. You can catch him if you want.
Okay, if I can catch him, I might try to tackle him.
Okay, make a brawl if you want to try to tackle him. If you miss, you're flat on your face, and you're not going to be able to. He probably will be able to get away at that point.
Oh yeah, it's a miss. It's a miss.
Your men stop with you.
After him, I said. Here, I'm just holding up the light. Here, after him.
Oh god damn it! Dirt is pretty loyal. He grabs your light, and they go running after him as you pull yourself to your feet and try to give.
Yep, that's what I want to do.
There's a lot of yelling going on down the hill, folks. After him! Are you heading that way? Okay.
Down that way, yeah.
You head down the hill, but you're heading more in a southerly direction in this graveyard because that's where all the lights are going.
Okay.
Wabo Cabo, you're not far behind. You're still just inside the light.
Yeah. All right.
He's heading down the hill. Wabo Cabo, make me a listen check.
71. No, as a fail.
Okay. Something hits you from behind. Oh, that's not a success. God damn it. Yeah. And you look over your shoulder, and there's that fucking thing again trying to grab you. Make me another sanity check.
Oh. I failed that.
Okay.
None of these dice is with me tonight.
Your dice hit you. Oh, damn it. 4 sanity loss.
I told you I only needed 3 to be...
Yay, you get a mania or a phobia. So keep that in mind for later. Put down indefinite insane. You lucky buck.
Exciting.
The men are running after this guy. Shaeder, make me a spot hidden. Isabella and Loren, are you still staying by the statue with the lantern?
Did we see all of that?
No. All you see is lights moving and hearing yelling and after him. And somebody hit the ground, it sounded like at one point, but you aren't sure because it was like a you're not sure. Maybe it was just like somebody running.
These people are crazy. These people are insane. I don't know why we're not getting the hell out of here.
Alonzo, did you make your luck check?
Spot hidden.
Thank you.
No, I did not.
Okay, so all you're seeing is the light and some shadows. You're not seeing anything specific. Right, you're following the light. Wabo Cabo, your men are not running super fast. They're running so they can keep this guy in the light, you think. They're not running to actually, like, grab him at this point. So you can catch up with them because they're only running as fast as he's running.
Okay.
If you want, or you could just run right by him if you want. That thing's behind you somewhere.
Definitely.
Alonzo, you failed your spot hidden, so you don't see the thing yet. So you just zip past them. You see, so you're the one who sees this the most clearly, Captain Wabo Cabo, is he runs to one of the crypts and the door is open. And he runs inside and the door slams shut.
Okay.
Now, what do you want to do?
What are you doing?
Well, are you knocking? You just want to try to get in.
Yeah, I'm going to bust through the door.
Okay, you do. It's not being held closed by anything. The man is in there, and it looks like he's behind one of the coffins in there, and he's starting to shove it towards the door. When he sees you, he's like, ah! And then he turns and he runs towards the back of this crypt, and he jumps behind some other coffins and seems to hide there.
Well, would I see that? Because
shit.
The light is behind me.
You saw him pushing. You saw him turn and run and disappear into the darkness. You're right. No, that's a good idea. But you know this crypt's only so big. The light is coming.
Right.
Alonzo, make me another spot hidden. Top of the hill, people. Are you hanging fast at the top of the hill with the lantern?
I look at Loren.
Ooh,
What does
Hard
Loren
success.
look like right now?
Good question, Loren.
We're
Success?
making eye contact.
hard success for me.
Okay. We'll get back to that in just a second.
Do
We got to
we-
wrap up. It's almost after 10.
Oh.
Do we let them face this alone?
I
We have time for a very short conversation.
I don't know what to do. This is insane. Why are they doing this? We should leave.
I'm here to deal with Wilkes, not this.
And that's as far as you guys
Yeah.
can get in a few rounds. You only have a few seconds to talk before we jump back because they're essentially in combat. Alonzo, you see the thing. It is apparently after Wabo Cabo's men. You don't see Wabo Cabo,
Okay.
You ran
but you
past
see his
him.
2 men, or 3 men. You see the 3 men. They've picked up the pace a little. They're kind of actually sprinting. The thing is falling behind them.
Now,
It's not moving
now-
as fast.
do I know where Wabo Cabo went? Because I have an idea.
No. You see the tomb. You saw his men. You missed the first spot hidden, so you didn't see him go into the crypt. But you see the men running towards the crypt, and it looks like the door's open. You can notice that.
Okay, so they're going to the crypt. Okay, and the cloaker is
Looks like-
following them.
Yes, but it's falling behind because they are now sprinting. They're apparently
Okay,
running from it.
So-
It looks like they don't look as terrified as you would think. You got a hard success or extreme success?
hard.
Hard.
They don't look like they're scared. They're not like, run away. They look like they're just trying to run hard.
They probably are unaware the creature's behind them.
That could be.
But here's the thing.
Right now
So
it's
the
just like
creature-
this, and it's going
so
in. It's not
So
flapping.
here's
It's
what I'm gonna do. The problem was last time we tried to fight it, we were able to cut it and hurt it, but it could fly away.
Mm-hmm.
If it enters the crypt,
Mm-hmm.
it can't fly away.
Mm-hmm. That is true. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna follow the train, as it were, and see if
Okay.
the creature follows. If the sailors enter the crypt,
So you're
and
gonna
the creature enters the crypt, then I'm gonna follow it into the crypt and shut
Okay.
the door behind me.
so you're gonna kind of slow your pace and kind of angle
Exactly.
more so you're coming in behind it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. The sailors, Wabo Cabo, what are you doing? Once you're in there, the light is gaining on you. It is going to get brighter very quickly.
So I'm filling up the doorway. I'm making sure whatever ran into here, that guy that ran in here. I'm hoping there's not another door, but he at least can't come out this way.
Okay,
So
your
I'm
men
waiting
come
for
roaring up behind you at a full sprint. They do see you standing in the doorway, so they slow.
Get in here! Get in here!
Okay, they're running. They rush in. Alonzo, you spot the thing because all it was doing was gliding. At
Okay.
the end, Wabo Cabo, it was like trying to grab you. It basically bumped you, and
Right.
then you heard the flapping, and you were like, "Gah!"
Yeah,
And after that, it glided. But then you see it does one of these, and you see it goes up over the top of the crypt, and heads over the crypt top, and you can still kind of make it out, but it's suddenly very dark in that area because the light just went inside. So your
So it
light and
doesn't-
your light is a little ways behind. Does that make sense?
So it doesn't enter the crypt.
No, it doesn't go in the crypt.
It was a good idea.
No, it was a very good idea.
Eldridge,
maybe-
Hutton, I'm yelling.
Maybe it's really smart.
We're over here, and I'll wave the light so they can see where I
You
am.
guys can see the light moving back and forth. Yes, very large. And you heard the
I'm gonna
we're
move
over here.
and I'm gonna move into the crypt where I saw
Okay.
the sailors.
Okay, it's very,
I want to
very,
know. I want to know what the hell they were doing. So
it's very brightly lit in the crypt. There are several coffins. Kind of, they're not placed nicely. They're kind of askew in here, but they're all flat on the floor. As you enter, you see this.
As Shaeder
Shaeder?
enters, Shaeder, yeah, sorry.
No,
As Shaeder enters the crypt, I'll be like, I saw an old man. He entered in here.
Okay, we're gonna stop for a second. Keep
Okay.
that in mind.
Sorry.
You just said that.
One
No,
second.
don't. Sorry. What do you two? You two heard him call and saw him like signaling you with a light, and then he stopped, and you see the light head into the crypt. Right, Alonzo? Weren't you going in there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
yeah, I'm going
and
where
then
the sailors
and then
went.
the
I'm
light
trying to
kind
make
of
it as easy as possible for those two to figure out where I went.
the light kind of dims down there. You okay? Are you okay, Josie?
Sorry, very annoyed at my cat. She just
Oh, I'm
won't
sorry.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, poor
It's
baby.
very distracting. I'm sorry. I'm trying to
No.
pay attention.
That's okay.
but-
That's okay. So you heard Alonzo call to you. We're down here. We're down here. You saw the light kind of far in the distance. You can't see really him through the fog, but you see the light. And then you saw
Right.
the light kind of disappear. Not completely, but it's very dimmed down there for some reason.
Okay.
The two of you had that conversation.
Yep.
You can continue conversing. You could head that way. You could do something completely different. You could stab Hutton. I don't care. What do you want to do? Anything. It's a role-playing game. You can do whatever you want.
Sure.
If you die,
yeah.
this stops, Hutton, doesn't it? If you die,
Please don't stab each other.
no, it's probably not a good idea.
I'm not planning on stabbing Hutton.
So what?
I
Go ahead.
think-
You can talk some more, or whatever you want to do.
Okay. I look at Hutton and I say, well, I guess let's go down there. I don't think I hear any more combat sounds
I mean,
or
I don't-
whatever.
Look, I don't
I
feel
don't know.
comfortable if we leave Shaeder and potentially Captain Wabo Cabo to
Yeah.
succumb, especially
It
since
sound-
the captain won't wake up.
What? Oh, right. Yes. If he dies, he dies. Right.
Oh, you're
yes.
suddenly happy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Fernando's alive still. That pops in your head again.
Wait, we're not done. We're not done.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes. I think. I think the monsters are gone. I don't know. I assume Andy. I assume I'm not hearing
I have
like
no clue on that.
monster
You
sounds
don't hear anything.
anymore.
Yeah, there's no moaning or anything. You don't hear anything
Okay.
at this juncture. It's very quiet.
great.
You hear the rain in the distance. You know rain is coming, for sure.
Cool,
Wait,
great.
did I already say it started raining?
It
starts raining.
Doesn't matter.
It starts raining.
Okay.
Let's go.
Perfect. So I think it's safe for now. I think we should just run to them and get all together so that we can formulate a plan of some sort. And exchange information about what's happened. We should all just get together. So let's go that way.
That works.
Towards
So you
the
go that
light
way.
and the sound.
Okay, you guys have a little while before they get there. Captain Wabo Cabo said,
Something about there's a man.
"There's a man in
Yeah,
there."
Okay.
He went behind some of the coffins in the back.
No, remember you didn't see that. It was too dark at the
Oh,
time.
yeah, that's
He
it,
just
that's
ran
it,
to the
that's right.
back, towards the back.
Yeah, he ran
Well,
towards the back.
Then let's spread out.
There's a
and
ton
search
of
for
light.
him.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
find
say,
him
I-
after like
Um,
10 seconds. You find him. It's less than
Swiping
that.
I'm swiping the orb from whichever guy has it.
Dirt.
I'm-
It's all covered. It's dirty. It feels dirty now. When you touch it, you don't know why. You're like, damn it.
It's in my head. Is what it is. Like,
It might
yeah,
be.
dirt had it. Oh my god, it's grimy.
Yeah, dirt
We're
is your.
all going to the public bath and the laundry after
If they
this.
let you in. So,
But we have a
yeah,
man here.
you find this guy. He's in the back. He's an old man with a beard. He's naked except for a cloak. He's very dirty.
Who are you?
He's
and
got a
what are you
hickory
doing
switch.
here?
He's got a willow switch. He goes, ah, 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 and he kind of like does like this with this ratty cloak that he's got.
Feral.
Wait, he's not the groundskeeper, is he?
You don't know what the groundskeeper looks like.
Exactly.
Yeah, it could be. It's an
I
old
know.
man. This guy's got a lot of gray hair, a beard.
He's naked though. Right.
He is naked. Yeah, he's naked. Wait,
There was
Is
no
his
crazy-
beard so long that it covers
he's
all
got a
his-
willow switch, but in this hand he's holding something else. Like while he's holding it, and you see that it's a pipe. And you do remember the villagers told you that he was always smoking a pipe.
I bet you this is the groundskeeper.
He's still like hissing at you and grunting at you.
What was his name?
Dolan? Are you Dolan?
He's holding up his ratty shitty ass cloak. You can all two of you can make a psychology if you wish.
Okay.
I wish.
Yeah. No.
No.
Nope.
Captain Wobblecop. No. Okay.
This
Oh
was
my
like my
God.
best roll of the night.
I'm sorry. It's been a bad night. A few moments
my
after
dice
this
are against
conversation
me.
happens, as you're asking his name, Miss Eldridge and Hutton and Mr. Rascal show up at the doorway. You guys can enter. That adds even a little more light. There's a naked old man, aside from this cloak that he's wearing, who seems to be. It's weird what he's doing. It's like he's harassing the other men who are in there. Like he's threatening them. Like, ah, ah. And he's got a willow switch in one hand, and a pipe clenched in the other. You can each make a psychology check. Oh man, why do I have to pee so bad? I peed halfway through.
Can I see anything in the pipe? In the bowl?
In the bowl? No, there doesn't appear to be anything in the bowl.
I don't think it's anything like that.
It's a little blackened, but that's it.
Do I re-roll the one that fell?
Yeah,
on the floor,
go ahead and
right?
re-roll it. Yes, go ahead. Just re-roll it. That's fine.
Damn it! What if I don't want to?
No, I don't take floor rolls. Never have. Sorry.
6? What is this again?
Psychology.
Psychology?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what'd you say I rolled? 26?
Oh, dang. No, I failed.
Okay. So that's okay. That's okay. This man, yeah. He keeps like hissing and stuff. He keeps like swatting at Wabo Cabo with the hickory switch. The willow switch. He's not close enough to hit you. I mean, you guys aren't really
and
like
I'm not
ready.
trying to get any closer. I'm staying out of reach of that switch.
A couple times he puts it down by his ass, and he's like, kind of like that. It's weird. It is. It's really weird.
Never fight a naked man.
Oh, I'm getting it now. I know what he's trying to end.
Oh, he's pretending he's the monster thing?
The cloaker, yeah.
Being scary. Yeah.
He's even imitating the
kind of
tail.
obvious.
He has quite wild eyes.
Yeah, I know.
I'll give you that
Do
for
you
free.
speak English, sir?
He kind of switches at you with the willow switch, but he's too far away to actually touch you. I'm assuming nobody's like getting up close to this guy at this juncture.
Yeah, I don't want to get smacked. So
yeah, that stings. That stings.
Well, I would like to try to calm him down. Like,
okay.
I would like to try to, because I'm the only woman, right?
Yes,
so
you're the only woman who's here. Yes.
Women have a certain.
How are you going to try to calm him down?
Yeah, how are you going to try to calm him down? What do you want to try to do?
Get a bit lower first.
Okay.
Just because I know I've been around in the woods and whatnot, and I know how animals act, and this guy is acting pretty feral, so I'm going to go at it like he's kind of an animal, a little bit, for now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right.
I'm going to get a little bit lower, bend my knees, and hold out my hands like in a very hopefully this non-threatening type of gesture, or like even like this.
Okay.
I don't know, underhand, whatever is less threatening.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of go slowly towards him, and I start speaking in very gentle tones, and I say, "Hi there. Are you? We're not gonna hurt you. We don't want to hurt you. What's your name? Do you have a name?
He's a groundskeeper. It's Golden.
Are you the groundskeeper?"
I'll give you guys each a psychology check again. After having studied him.
On the dude?
Yeah, after having studied him and his actions for a little while.
Yeah, I feel like he's
Check
acting.
it
I feel
off.
like he's actually totally.
I am. These boxes are getting filled.
41.
41 is not. You got
I just got a regular success.
No.
Psychology.
I just got a regular
please.
success.
41 is a
Same.
success. I thought you were okay. Yeah, successes. Shaeder, how'd you do? Hutton?
I'm having some trouble with the dice making.
Doggone it. I'm sorry.
I was working earlier. There you go.
It seems to be random
it's not.
whether it works or
Yeah.
not.
It was working fine earlier. Now it's not.
Yeah, that's pretty typical. Well,
there
you
you
got
go.
it.
There we go.
15.
Not only do I get it, that
psychology.
gives me a hard success.
Nice. How about Hutton?
I failed.
So the three of you realize this man is insane. He has completely lost his marbles. What he is doing is up to you. To
He's
determine.
emulating that thing in the graveyard.
That does seem like possible,
Yeah.
likely. But he is completely mad.
I mean, I really already knew that, honestly.
Nobody has
The
said
question
that.
is,
Everybody's like, "Oh,
Well,
you said you thought he was faking, didn't you? Just say that
We're-
like 5 minutes ago."
well,
we're all assuming it, but now it's confirmed.
It is definitely.
Okay, that's
You're
a good point.
certain. You're certain.
that's a good point.
You're certain now. This man is not faking it. That he thinks.
He's totally
crazy.
thinks himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my first thought. He's feral, is what I said.
Well, yeah, feral is
A couple
that. Yeah.
Feral, he's insane. Whatever. He's lived in the woods forever, or he's used to live in society and now he went to the woods at some point or something and went insane. Whatever. But then I
think
thought,
he saw that
maybe
thing
he's
one too
faking
many
it.
times.
Yeah, no, he's trying.
Maybe he's faking it. Maybe
imitating
he's
the creature.
trying to act
He thinks
crazy.
he's the cloaker.
It hasn't killed
But-
him yet. So
Yeah.
What's that
Why
about?
is that? Why is that?
That's the key question.
I do want to start looking about this crypt since we're inside of it.
Good idea.
Yeah. It's just a crypt. There's no other exits.
Okay.
One-
I'm going through. I'm even going through the coffins at this point in time.
Everybody make
I'll
me-
open them up.
Not Miss Eldridge, but the other three of you make me a spot hidden. This will become clear in a moment if anybody makes it why Miss Eldridge does not get this roll.
Oh nope, I failed that too.
I'm sorry, Aaron.
It's all right.
Does anybody
it
make
happens.
Ooh, what was it again? It was a
Spot hidden,
Spot
please.
You're our last hope here.
extreme.
Oh,
All right.
you know what, Loren? You came by this place earlier in the day and you tried pushing on the doors, and
Yeah.
you were like, "Huh, they're locked." But then you went by another crypt earlier today. You think it was on the southeast side, maybe, and you were gonna try those doors too. But then there were all these chains and a big lock holding it shut. But this one did not have chains on it. You assumed when you first approached it that it was somehow locked, even though you didn't see any kind of a way to unlock it or, keyholes or any of that shit. But once Wabo Cabo notes that he was trying to push these coffins into the way, that maybe it had been held shut by the coffins. None of these crypts that you looked at, and you just kind of glanced over. You were mainly on this side of the cemetery when you guys were all split up and just searching.
Yeah.
But these two crypts, at least on the south side, do not have any kind of way to lock them, aside from putting chains around some handles on the outside and then locking them tight so that nobody can open the doors. You're unsure. Well, you did exchange information when you guys searched the entirety of the cemetery. And you do remember somebody mentioning there was another crypt that did not have any chains on it. It just didn't really register then. You didn't think it was important.
Yeah.
But now it's like, obviously the only thing holding these crypts closed were chains. This one doesn't have any on them. And as a matter of fact, you spot some chains back in a corner that it looks like somebody has broken the chains.
Didn't this one have those chains on it earlier?
No, it didn't.
Like,
You know it didn't. You're
so
confident in
this
that.
one did not.
This one did not have chains, but you couldn't get the door to open.
But there
Another
are
one
chains
had
nearby
chains.
Now. I'm noticing chains now.
Chains are in the corner. Like somebody broke these chains or unlocked it maybe, and then left the chains
Okay.
in the corner.
We might want to check out some of the other crypts.
What makes you say that?
That's all he said.
Why?
Some of them have been chained up, some of them are not, and there's like things blocking them.
Does he say that? Do I come to the same conclusion? Do I realize what he's just realized now? What
Yes,
he
you
told
both
him,
can. You
essentially?
both can realize that
Okay.
there was one crypt that did not have chains on it, but the doors would not open. And that is the crypt, the northernmost crypt.
Then that's the one we want to see. If that's
Yeah, let's check it out.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight, I think. Because it's 10:25. We need to wrap it up. Yeah. Josie, I was hoping you were gonna call up some ghouls. Not gonna lie.
I wanted to.
Not gonna lie. I was hoping.
It's too hard.
It is gonna be very hard.
They make it too hard. I wanted to, but they make it too hard. I would have.
That's what spellcasting is, though. Spellcasting is not supposed to be easy in this game.
It is supposed to be hard.
Fuck not.
No.
Don't want to do it.
I've got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I do too.
If you guys want to keep talking, if it's too late and somebody has to leave, that's fine too. Very briefly, I hope everybody had a good time, but I will be right back. The stream's still going. I'm still recording, but we are done playing technically.
Gotcha.
But I have got to go. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I also need to pee, but it seems like a bad time. I want to keep going and talking about this, but okay, maybe I'll just wait then. All right, I'll just wait. Anyways, does someone else want to go first, or should I go say thanks?
Well, we ain't here anymore. You can say whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't prepared to go first, but shit. Now I'm on the spot. What was the question? Sorry.
Oh.
Questions, comments, all that stuff. I'm not ready. I don't want to go first. Somebody else go first.
I don't gotta do anything right now.
What's that?
We ain't gotta do anything right now. Game's over.
Yeah, no, we're done.
I know, but we're supposed to entertain the peoples and whatnots.
Oh. Okay.
And say our comments and suggestions and whatnots. I wasn't ready to do that.
Nope. Oh well, I can. Didn't get a chance to mention. I did actually put in the random text or random chat. I think it's random chat. If you want to see, as we were talking about the use of the word fuck. You're welcome to take a look there. That is, I shared to you the first documented photographic evidence of the middle finger.
Yep.
From 1886.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh my god. Wait. I have to search. This is where's Waldo? I have to search for it.
The man in question is in the back row on the left.
I'm sorry.
His hand is resting on the shoulder of the man.
Oh, what? Is that even intentional?
God, yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's so...
Oh, I posted the since we were talking about the word fuck, I shared for you a reproduction of the first documented case of someone giving the finger to a camera.
I see it now. I didn't even think about that when I saw it.
Someone is Charles Radburn. He was a pitcher for Boston.
We'll do one more thing.
Go ahead. Question.
Go. Yeah, you first. Go.
Was the middle finger a thing before this picture was taken?
Wasn't Roman times? Wasn't the middle finger?
We don't know for certain.
Okay.
Whether it was the middle finger, but there is a reference in Suetonius in Lives of the Caesars of an actor who was banished from the Roman Empire for making a rude gesture with his finger at the emperor.
Could that have been biting his thumb or something, though, too?
We don't know, because the text doesn't tell us which finger he was using. But the point is that he did something rude with his finger enough to get thrown out of the Roman Empire.
When was this picture taken?
That's from 1886.
Yeah. 1886. It's only 1877. Oh. It hasn't happened yet. Here's a question.
Who's got existed earlier? That's the first documented image.
Who's got low luck in the party? No. Can you please give me one last row?
What's your luck?
Wabo. Oh.
What's your
35. 35.
I'm also at 35.
I have to pee so bad. I'll be right back.
Go pee. I still want to get best thing, worst thing, and questions, comments, suggestions. But Captain Wabo Cabo, how'd you do?
Do I have any coins?
Oh, there are coins.
I rolled a 36.
You just need one coin?
Yep.
You've got a coin.
All right, I'll use it then.
Okay, yeah, it's success. All right. So, here's the thing. As the thunderstorm rolls in and the rain comes down, it dissipates the fog.
Yeah.
It is still raining, which isn't a whole lot better, and it's dark and there's lightning. But oh man, this is the time that
rain.
this is the time Josie should try that spell. 2, 4, 7 coins are in play right now. And this was a lot of more action than it was like role play, so there wasn't as many coinages. But
Yeah.
favorite thing, least favorite thing, or questions, comments, suggestions. Alonzo, Shaeder, Kevin, if you can think of anything.
Yeah, no. Sometimes an action sequence is kind of fun. There is one thing that I didn't want to say anything during the game, but I did want to ask you.
Yeah.
The normal rule for dealing with monsters is once you've encountered a monster, you don't have to make a sanity roll in the same encounter when you see the monster a second or third time.
Right. But in my case, I thought since especially for Wabo Cabo, the thing was coming right up behind him.
Yeah.
And the other thing is the thing that came at Loren Hutton and Elizabeth Eldridge it looked like the thing, but it was all black.
Yeah. So I mean that's fine.
So,
The point is that I was just curious as to whether there was, whether you were thinking about that.
yes,
And
I
if
was.
you had a reason, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I was. And generally, I'll give people sanity checks up until the point where they lose as much sanity as you can from the creature.
Yeah.
And I think Wobble Cobble went over, but I also think it's justified in the fact that he turns around and this fucking thing is right behind him trying to murder him.
No,
Right.
Yet again!
The fact that the position and darkness and whatnot
Yes.
was an excellent reason to go for another sanity roll.
So
absolutely.
that was my justification there. And what
That's
Loren
excellent.
Hutton and Isabella Eldridge saw didn't look like the same thing. It
Yeah.
really didn't. I mean, it had the same shape and size and all that shit, but it didn't look.
And it
act
dematerialized
in
in a
the
way.
And
the other
yeah,
creatures-
the fuck was that
the other-
about? Oh,
Yeah. So that's If anything,
So,
at
yeah.
a certain meta level, that may be evidence that it's more than one thing.
could be.
Not the
But
characters
thank
know
you for
that.
asking. But that's a good question.
Yeah.
How about Wobble Cabo or Frog Dog? Favorite part, least favorite part, or question, comment, suggestion?
I had a feeling it was a cloaker for a little while, but of course my character wouldn't know it was a cloaker. And to be honest, I don't think I've ever dealt with a cloaker in D&D. Anyway,
No, we
so,
never have. We
Mhm.
never have.
Um,
I think Kevin
So,
got
yeah.
that too. Kevin knew what it was as well.
yeah, but
Yeah, I was keeping that out of my player, as it were. But I recognized the monster from the old D&D manual.
Oh yeah, and these things are exceptionally nasty. Actually, I never realized how horrifying and horrible they were in D&D.
Yep.
They're bad. They're real bad.
I came up with a bad idea, hoping to draw out Josie's interaction with Mr. Rascals for her to delve that information about it being in the dark, but so she didn't want to delve that information, so we just rolled with mine.
What
That's
did I
why
not
I came
do?
up with the no, you didn't tell us any of that.
Well, your,
I
your
missed
plan
something?
seems-
Sorry.
Your plans seem
No,
solid at the
I
time.
wanted you to tell us about what Mr. Rascals told you. That's why I was saying that unless anyone has any other ideas.
Oh yeah.
You didn't. There was a lack of sharing information, and I will say this: that Isabella Eldridge showed up and has no idea what you guys wanted to do, and nobody explained it to her.
That's
Nobody
true,
explained.
that's true.
Maybe we can get information from the villagers if we help them with this problem, which is the only reason you're doing this. Nobody's explained that to her.
I did kind of say that in the heat of the moment. though,
It
at
was
one
not
point in
very
time.
clear to me because I was just like, "Is anybody going to tell Miss Eldridge what's going on?" And
Yeah,
nobody
I was
really
very
did.
confused the whole
So-
time. I wasn't sure what was going on or why we were trying to fight this thing at that time. I didn't
I'm
feel like we
sorry.
were prepared for that at all.
Yeah, you were.
I
There
felt
was
like
We're
we
not.
needed more
there was
time.
not a lot of good communication.
No, there was no
Tonight.
Well, and there was no real planning in the forefront anyway. Our
There
whole thing
was.
was to wait it out.
Alonzo
whole thing
dug a
was to wait
ditch
it
and was
out.
ready for that thing to come out the gates and then shoot it. Oh wait,
yeah,
it can
we're-
fly. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he didn't
I
know
didn't
that. He
understand
did not
why.
know that
Right.
at the time. So
right,
he thought it was some kind of undead or something, didn't you, Shaeder?
right.
I
I think that
Well, as a character, I had legitimately no idea what
Right,
it was.
right.
All I was working from the fact that, remember, Mr. Shaeder tends to go into programmed memory muscle response.
Yeah.
So
It must be
confronted
Confederates.
confronted by an enemy, he would return to coping with it as a soldier. In other
As he
words,
knows
build
best.
an ambush,
Yep.
build a trench,
Yep.
prepare a fire zone. So as a player, I had a pretty good idea that none of this was going to matter.
Okay.
Point is that this is the character. This is what
Yeah.
when confronted by things he does not understand or by stress, he tends to revert to the things that made him what he is.
Yeah. Say that
And
was all
then
my.
he stops explaining and just starts doing.
There he is. Okay, just FYI, the gaming text Down Darker Trails, I'm putting a picture of what the old man looks like, but picture him without a hat and naked. It's just a head and shoulder shot, but that's your guy in the tomb.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
was
picture him
imagining
naked,
a
'cause I don't
longer
like
beard.
picturing old men naked.
Okay, and that's fair. Well,
Valid.
it's an old man.
Not
and
that hard to picture though.
Josie,
It is. I don't want to picture it.
favorite, least favorite thing, or question, comment, suggestion.
Oh,
This was an action night.
oh no.
There's a lot of action going on.
There was a lot of action. Some of it was a lot too fast paced for me. I was very confused for a lot of it.
You weren't explained what they were doing, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Also, apologies for all my distraction. Like
That's okay
in a
with your
tiny
cat.
place. Like
That-
I just have one room, so my cat just, I can't really put her in another room.
I wouldn't.
or
I
anything.
wouldn't want you
So
to. That's okay. You're doing fine. It was
sorry about
distracting in the
that,
cemetery, so that you can see that as immersion. It's
Yeah.
dark. Things are coming
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
yeah. I wanted to do the whole Ada thing. I did actually kind of say Ada.
I know. I liked that.
I said it.
But
at least.
she taught you how, because you've got the contact ghoul spell written down. She gave you some pointers on how to do that. So you
Should I
actually have
have
to
done that?
cast this. No, there's
I
no
could
shoulda.
have, it just-
There's no should or should not have. It's your decision. If you're not comfortable as
Thing
a
is-
player doing it, or your character's not comfortable doing it, that's fine. Then you shouldn't have done it.
Well, see, it's like I had the inclination to do that. If it was a lot less of a risk, I absolutely would have done it.
It's a huge
But
risk.
it feels like a big risk to do it.
It can be,
And
yes.
And that
Yep.
maybe
All game-
metagaming.
All games
No.
are
Honestly.
risk
That's
and
okay.
reward.
That is
Risk
okay.
versus reward.
Yeah,
time.
well,
The
it just feels like that's the one thing I don't like, and it's not about your keeper-ing of us.
that's
um,
correct
it's-
grammar for what I do. Yes, it is. Don't laugh,
Exactly.
Loren. She got it right perfectly.
Thank you. It's not about that. It's about the game rules
Right.
that I take serious issue with the way the rules, however they're written. It seems like they're written on purpose to dissuade the players from using any sort of magic at all.
Yes,
Yes.
they actually are.
And I
Every time you cast a
absolutely
spell, you
hate
lose. Every time you cast a spell, you lose sanity. Period. There's no roll. You just
Why?
lose a certain amount of sanity because you are changing.
fuck?
Because you are changing physics. You are changing
I hate it.
reality, and human minds can't do
Wrong.
that. No,
It's so
human minds
wrong.
can't handle
I hate
that.
it.
You can handle David
it's supposed to
Blaine.
be a fantasy game. Like
No, it's not.
No,
It's
that
part is wrong.
it's not a fantasy game.
Completely.
It's a horror game.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a horror game.
horror fantasy. I mean, yeah,
They are very
Horror.
different things.
like it's
This-
somewhat fantasy too, and it's like
The
be
Dreamlands.
honest-
I have an issue with that.
The Dreamlands are
I
more
don't like how
fantasy, but spellcasting is not something that you want a player to do unless you've got a hell of a lot of power, hell of a lot of magic
Why the
points,
hell not?
and a hell of a lot of
That's-
sanity.
I hate
Because
that.
in Lovecraft's writings and a lot of the others that were connected to Lovecraft, magicians are usually crazy.
Yep.
They come back for
Well,
revenge.
I'm
on
already
the...
crazy anyway, so
You're not crazy. You're
I
not.
think I only have like 11.
You're
Yeah.
just, you're
What
just
do I have?
fragile.
Oh,
Your
I have
character is-
literally 11
Right now.
sanity points right.
Fragile. You are very fragile.
You are
Yes.
very much at risk
have
of hitting
11.
0.
Yes.
And you will be crazy.
Then you'll be crazy once you hit 0. Miss Eldridge started with a low power, unfortunately, which means though she has the books, she does not have the will to
She doesn't have the
cast
strength The strength.
I can't be grounded. I'm
The
not
mental-
grounded in reality.
Right. So
Or, yeah,
what we should do is make you a
mental
backup
fortitude.
character that Isabella's like, I want you to have all my books if I go crazy or die, and then maybe you'll roll better on power in that case. But
It's a good idea. Actually.
Yeah.
yeah, it's always good to have a backup character. It's never a bad idea to have somebody that you know and that your
yeah.
character's like, look, weird shit's been happening to me. I don't care if you believe it or not, but it's true, or whatever. Or they can find a diary that says, yeah, this shit is real. This shit is real, and you have some kind of.
But it is real. It's
Yes.
not insane if it's not.
It
if
is
it's
real,
real.
but nobody's
And
going to
it is
believe
real.
you.
And is insane.
Yeah.
That's the nature of
We
it.
both.
Yeah. It's you can't get too attached to characters in this game because eventually, potentially, they might go crazy or die. It's real
Quite
easy.
easily. Quite easily.
Fernando was one-shotted, and that's just the roll of the dice. But Isabella has all these books. She needs a nice friend who's got a good sanity to help her out and actually learn the shit. And she'll
Perhaps
go
her
away to
sister.
Europe for 6
We'll
months
see.
and recover as much sanity as possible in that time or whatever.
Don't go to Europe. They're even worse than the
Maybe
Americas. So.
Wait, what happens if I go insane in the Dreamlands? That doesn't mean I die in the Dreamlands, right?
No.
So do I not wake up? I just
No, you'll
be
wake up,
insane.
but you'll be crazy in the real world because sanity
Really? Oh.
crosses over, whether you remember your dreams or not.
So either way, the character is kaput, basically.
If she goes crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, if you hit 0 sanity,
I'm pretty
your
freaking
character's
close.
retired.
You're
Is
close,
retired.
but as Kevin has pointed out, you guys have gotten a good damn look at this thing, and so probably you're going to be able to handle it mentally, seeing it again. Unless you're standing, oh, we killed it, and you're in a house and you're safe, and then it comes out of nowhere and attacks you. Then yes, you'll get another sanity check.
And I'll add it. No one is as close as Loren.
Oh no, where's
No one
Loren
is
sitting
close.
at? Let's go to Sean. Let's go to Loren Hutton. Questions, comments, suggestions. Favorite part, least favorite part.
Loren's at a 10
Okay, yeah, he's having some problems.
again.
Wow. So wait, at 45 sanity, I am the stablest there is.
No.
Wabo
No,
Cabo's
you're not.
pretty solid, I think,
Okay,
isn't he?
good. Because at 45, I should not be the highest.
You have 45 now?
It's luck of the dice. Yeah.
Currently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
He started higher. You just had bad luck rolling your power. That's really what it
Yeah.
comes down to. So did Sean. So Sean, favorite thing, least favorite thing, or questions,
far off,
comments,
though.
suggestions.
I'm not much higher than that.
I like that my theory that the thing that was around Wabo was a cloaker. That's like I saw the image. I'm like, that's a fucking cloaker. Love it.
Like,
'Cause
I had a feeling when I saw the image too, but like I said, like
I love
my character wouldn't know.
Yeah.
God,
Didn't
they're
expect to see one.
fucked.
Didn't expect to see one in Call of Cthulhu, to be honest. Nice
Remember, for Dreamlands, I'm pulling a few D&D scenarios and modifying them
yeah.
heavily.
touch. And that's
This
the Dreamlands,
fog
it works very
fucked you
well.
guys, by the way.
No, I really
the
didn't.
fog made it much harder.
Okay,
Go ahead,
I
Sean.
really didn't really have anything I disliked. I've really been enjoying the Dreamland stuff. And exploring, towards the Wizard Wilkes. Like, yes, I would like to get to the Wizard Wilkes, but that's any gamer when you're like, this is my goal. Why do I keep getting distracted?
You guys are real close, actually. I will throw
Yeah,
that
okay.
out there.
Okay. No, really enjoyed it.
And that's as a player, Josie.
Wait, stop. This is Sean's
Yeah,
moment. We're talking with
Yeah,
Sean.
yeah.
Hold that
No,
thought,
I'm-
Aaron. Write it down or
yeah.
something. I want to hear it, but
We do need to get my mania.
yes. So, what do you want? It can be mania or phobia,
Oh,
a
yeah, I'm
fear,
gonna need
or it
one.
can be something that you hate. Are you going to need one? Did you get take 20% from your sanity?
I went from 60 to 47. That's where I'm currently
How
at.
many points did you lose?
That's
from 60?
13.
Yes,
13 of 60.
because 12
And the
is
threshold is
20%.
12.
Yep. So the two of you, it could be. Oh God, Loren could get his night terrors back.
Oh my god. Or will he get his stutter back in the Dreamlands?
No, the stutter wouldn't be bad enough. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's a phobia mania. It could be like night terrors. It could be shit. I have a list somewhere.
I wanted to say this one thing, but if I say it,
It's like a PTSD thing.
it's not going to be a good thing for him in the long run, or even in the short term.
It's best, in my opinion, but you don't have to do this, if it's something that somehow relates to what caused you to
know.
lose all your sanity.
I
Fog,
know.
darkness. It could even
Yeah.
be light, because you lost a
No.
lot when you saw it clearly. Because you saw a shadow and then you saw it clearly,
I
and then it
know.
came, flying things, birds, something like that.
I want to say fog is what I think I'm going to end up going with
Fear
because
of
all this
fog.
stuff came out of the fog.
It kind of did. Yeah, you could do fear of the fog.
I-
Fear of
I
fog
was-
is hamashlaphobia.
Of course,
Okay.
it has a proper name. Yes, of course it does.
Yeah.
Dude,
No,
all
sorry,
kinds of
hamashlaphobia. It's a good word. Fear of the fog.
It is. I kind of like it.
You could do fear fog, and then you can look that up online, and you'll find it. It's if you write fear fog, the first entry is what it is technically called in the psychological real world. Yeah, that could be a problem for Wabo Cabo down the line, but again,
What? No.
eventually
it's not,
they're going. Go ahead.
Not as bad. It's not as bad as my first thought, and I wanted to say fear of shadows.
Yeah, that could be a good
Like,
one too. Yeah, that's a good one too, actually.
Like, how would you go below deck in a boat with
Yeah.
a fear of shadows?
Well, the shadows weren't
even-
as key as seeing the thing clearly, either.
Yeah.
I like fear of fog because it kept coming out of the fog at you. That's a good one. What about Hutton?
I was thinking like for weird way to describe it, like movement in darkness, like just like when you're walking, you're like, did I just see something out of the corner of my eye? What's the,
Shadows.
maybe he
Oh yeah,
Fear of shadows.
he's
Like shadows.
paranoid that he's always like
you could take paranoia.
yeah.
At least it's kind of a specific paranoia, especially like at night, or when
When it's
he's
dark.
unsure of
When
his
it's dark.
surroundings, in an super unfamiliar place, and you can take that for now. Now remember, indefinite insanity can be cured.
Right. We have
Um,
to take the time to do it, though, from what I remember.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Would
like
we even have
institutionalization or
access to
private
that?
care and that kind of thing.
Well, all
Um,
we have to do is take, like I said, from what I remember, I think you have to spend time in
Yeah.
your favorite location or
That helps.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also be institutionalized. That can help, but that can also be really bad too.
I did
Right.
paranoia of things hiding in the darkness.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So if it's a darkened room or a place where there are many shadows, your character is going to be very.
That also
nervous.
makes sense with the frizzies. Because,
He was never afraid of the.
He
prison.
was
Don't
never
forget,
really
folks.
afraid of the
but you've experienced it.
Successful
So it's
doing things
part of your
successfully.
psyche.
Doing things successfully in Call of Cthulhu. If you guys can kill this thing, if you guys can get the village to
Right.
help you get the information you need, that's going to give you sanity points back too. So keep
Right.
that in mind. At this juncture, it's kind of key towards helping both Miss Eldridge and Mr. Hutton, who are both really,
That will
really
be the-
freaked out, and it actually makes
The
sense why
quickest
Miss
way, the quickest way
Eldridge-
to resolve their issues.
why Miss Eldridge. Well, no, they're still gonna.
Or-
You guys are still indefinitely insane, but indefinitely insane is kind of a minor thing, and it's a background. It's a role play thing, as opposed to nobody had a bout of madness. I was kind of surprised. I mean, you had the odds are on your side that you wouldn't have a bout of madness tonight, but I was really hoping at least one person would flip out. But that's okay.
I'm really close. I'm
The
really
game-
close.
Flipped out.
My dice were trying, Andy. My
They
dice were
apparently
trying.
were.
I rolled really
We
well for a
definitely
while there.
still flipped out, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and I could see why, with
Wait,
all the
is-
loss of sanity, Miss Eldridge's already tenuous hold on reality is slipping very quickly, and she's like, "We got to just get out of here. I'm scared." And so,
Yeah.
is
I feel like she knows kind of what is going on. At least she thinks she knows
Mhm.
in some way. But
it'd be helpful if someone would
whether
explain
that's
it to you.
accurate or not.
Yeah.
If someone had said,
Well,
"Hey, we're trying to," they know about the Wizard Wilkes. If we do this, maybe they'll
Yeah.
tell us what they know.
And also, I feel like all these people are like crazy for going after whatever the fuck is. I don't
Crazy
even know what's going on. I'm
or
just confused.
brave?
Yeah, a little
Crazy.
column A, little column B.
Crazy.
Freaking Shaeder bled the thing. It bled,
Yep.
According to Arnold Schwarzenegger, if it bleeds, we can kill it.
That did not
I
convince
believe
me at
we
all.
can kill it.
There is a lack of missile weapons in the party, unfortunately, and
Yeah,
knowledge of their
exactly. I don't
use.
feel like we were prepared at all. So
These guys were
bad
prepared.
plan.
They planned. They brought lanterns.
timing.
They brought lamp oil. They had all the shit. You just
Not
kind of
good enough.
kind
No.
of came in too late. You know what I mean? Because you were
Yeah.
busy doing other things and learning about Cellface, which is also productive in
It
my
was
opinion.
my own fault, I guess. But
No, it's not your fault.
still.
You missed a game session, and when you miss a game session, it can be disjointing
Yeah.
when you come
Yeah.
back.
True fact.
You all could
I'm
work on
gonna-
your communication skills, all of you. Anyway,
I'm gonna
True.
bounce.
Good
'cause
point,
it's probably time for dinner.
okay. Good night, Kevin.
Thank-
Oh wait.
Yeah,
2 weeks. Does 2 weeks sound good for most people? I will post it in Discord, so it's not necessary for everybody to answer yes or no.
When?
Probably.
2 weeks.
When? What?
Likely.
Next week is
Probably.
Regency Cthulhu,
Probably.
okay.
and then the week after that. Okay, I'll put it up, and
Oh.
if people have problems with it, let me know.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Wednesday after Matt's game is what you're saying, essentially,
Yes.
right?
Ugh, yes. God, I'm
All
going
right.
to be bogged down with role-playing journals that weekend. So
And
keep it in mind,
we're
Kevin. Well,
Yeah, and Andy, next week 8:00. Did we say?
yes, 8 o'clock. 8 probably till 11.
Okay.
Because I think that works
Works
better
for me.
for Josh. Is it Josh?
Yes.
I thought Josh wanted to move it up to 7 at one point in time, though. I thought
No,
he said something
he
like
couldn't.
before
He
the-
was having dinner with people.
Oh,
He was having dinner
okay.
at 7, and he said he can't make it 7. And so
Okay.
we're like, well, how about 8? And he's like, yeah, 8 should work. So,
Yeah, I've got it in the calendar. I've got that in the calendar.
Okay.
so,
Okay.
so good night, Kevin, and thank you for coming. I'm going to end the stream.
Hey,
Anybody that's watching,
thank
thank
you
you. Thank you.
Thank you for running.
Yeah, thank you for
Fun.
playing. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Good night.